Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a very special occasion, purely for your entertainment tonight. We are your hosts, Lionheart, Mike Nikos, and I'm here with
the Executioner, Michael X.
And welcome to
Open Mic Night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another and thrilling episode of your favorite fever dream late at night, Open Mic Night. We are your hosts, as always, Lionheart Mike Nikos, joined here with
the new and improved Executioner Michael X, the leader of the fucking Red Lantern Corps. What's up?
How y'all doing tonight? We got a special episode coming at you right about now, where for the first time ever, right here on Open Mic Night, we have a very special, not mentally, guest.
Oh, no, totally, mentally,
absolutely mentally. What the hell are you talking about? Dude,
what's up, bitch boy?
I'm the specialist of special. What are you talking about, bro?
Special James. He fell on his head when he was drunk. Now he's a little bit special.
Oh yeah, we're public. Okay, but yeah, no.
Just a little bit special.
So anyway, our special guest and first ever guest for tonight's Open Mic Night, our editor. You know him as James the Archangel on WEYMOUTH. James, the Heave Man, Hebert.
Hello, I'm here. I exist. Woohoo! Yeah, we've been wanting to do this for, I feel like, how long did we say we were going to do this podcast topic?
A good couple months. It's mostly been the fact that, we've been doing other things in the meantime, so...
Including WIW and
including WIW
trying to figure out this live stream shit, which I seem to have...
and on top of the fact that we have other stuff going on at the moment, which is like FTW Productions and work and shit like that. So just trying to get everybody situated enough so that when we can do this type of stuff, this will probably be like a once-a-month podcast at this point.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Everything is going to once a month now because it's a lot easier
on
me and everybody
except for the main show, which is spoilers. WIW is going to go to weekly very soon.
In 2023, that will be our only weekly show probably going forward. Give or take.
I mean, probably depends. I mean, if we're able to,
if this live stream goes well and I'm able to handle everything and nothing decides to fuck up, which. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Yes, we will be on here doing shit, doing good stuff. But, yeah. The show is... And by the way, since we're live, we have our first live comment officially on our FTW show that isn't Button Masters. This show is kind of like Joe Rogan's show, but with less drugs.
That's funny. I'm doing heroin.
I was about to say, when do we break the news to Martin? We're all high right now. No, I'm kidding.
I'm overdosing on fucking Afrin because I'm recovering from COVID.
Ah, yes.
King. Are you the next fucking? Are you going to be replacing the Frieza voice actor as King COVID?
Oh, you filthy monkeys.
Oh, no, that doesn't sound
humans.
Good. No, cut that. It sounds bad. People may take that out of context. Anyway.
Hello, monkeys!
Saying monkeys, okay. Anyway,
what I was going to refer to you, James.
No, you know what? James, you're the one that's racist.
Shut up.
You got to admit it to yourself, man. With that being said, thank you for coming back, ladies and gentlemen, to another hilarity and insanity
Yes.
What do we got to talk about, boys?
Well, this is a topic that we all decided we wanted to do together, and you guys wanted me on because I know a lot of the fucking ins and outs of this goddamn shit.
We're talking about Crayola this week. We're talking about the Crayola Company.
Yes.
Also known as Markers, also known as Marks, also known as No, we're talking about wrestling. No, we're talking about wrestling.
We're talking about specifically the toxicity of the IWC and how it can be a bit much.
Killer. It can be killer to any company, brand, athlete, individual, or even media creator. It's absolutely fucking brutal.
It's not just in wrestling. There are all over across medias that has this toxic fan base where they just kill any sort of momentum for like the creators to like trying to do anything, and then there's all these trolls and marks that are like,
right.
Oh, this shit sucks. Why aren't you doing the things that I wanted you to do? Like, this is meant for everyone, not just for you, bro.
Right. Like, it's one thing if you do what I do and like you want to fantasy book certain things. Like, yeah, go for it. But like, if things are good regardless, don't fucking overthink it and then fucking ruin the enjoyment and be like, they should have done it my way. Those people, what are the first thing that come to mind is the fucking armchair booker. Thinks I could do it better because I fucking booked a fucking 5-match card once in my mom's basement. Fucking dwellers. Like, and I don't get that mentality at all. And by the way, that it coming from an actual booker, I know I'm not like a booker per se, but we've booked good shit.
Yeah, you're Booker J.
Huh?
You're Booker J.
My Booker J.
Yeah, Booker J. You know how like there's Booker T, you're Booker J.
Nice one.
See, it works. I guess, sort of.
I respect you, Booker J.
Jesus, nice.
I want somebody to get that as a clip now.
I respect
That'd
you,
be
Booker
fantastic.
J. Yeah, no. No. It's good. Like, I understand being creative is good and everything, but don't let it ruin your enjoyment.
Let's get it right. It's one thing to give the example what we do, which is, we do WIW, we do fantasy bookings, we do shit like that. But I'm not going to fucking sit there and say, which I have said at least more than once in my life, that I could book a wrestling promotion better.
Yeah, and we have. Everybody's guilty of it, but like,
everybody has done it at least once. There's no denying it. However, could I actually, if you gave me the time, money, and resources to do that? Probably not. I'll admit it right now. I do not have the mental dexterity, per se, to try to swing at like 52 actual fucking athletes and try to make sense of month to year-long stories like that.
And another thing, too, like, if you're not willing, like, if you don't have the willingness to learn on the job, chances are you wouldn't make it anyway. Like, that's just a fact. Like, Tony Khan even...
Yeah, you would
Tony
be,
Khan is
like,
living proof
crushed.
of that. Tony Khan's living proof of that. For, like, the first 2 years of AEW's existence, he let the other guys, the other EVPs, quote-unquote, do the booking for him, and he just provided the funds to do it. Like, especially for the first year of AEW's existence. Like, you can't do... If you're not willing to learn on the job, you ain't making it. And when it comes to that, so when a lot of
absolutely, I agree with that.
And hello, Kuzan's in the chat. By the way, I always thought Journey of Wrestling was the IWC's wet dream. Oh boy. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I like. By the way, I love Journey of Wrestling.
To say that.
See, I like Journey of Wrestling, but yeah, probably. First off, what's the first type of fan that comes to your mind when you think of IWC? And we'll even ask the chat this. The first fucking thing that comes to your mind. Because for me, the tribalism is the first and foremost thing that comes to my head. Like, big time. And it's like, and I'm not talking about like supporting a company over and the other. Like, that's one thing. That's always going to exist no matter what. Like, I think it's pretty obvious that all three of us pretty much support AEW over the WWE. I don't think we've made any secret about that, right? But the tribalism between both companies is fucking toxic.
Retarded.
It's
retarded. It's really fucking stupid. It's ridiculous. I don't get it. And a lot of the time people are going to sit there and say the
Jack says,
very obvious bit to it.
By the way, Jack says, I think of James Hebert95. Thanks, Jack.
Oh, that's great. No, but it's specifically, and I want to put this in very pressing words. The issue truly does come in when you have one side of the pond being or attempting to create competition, where the other side's like, I just kind of want to do my own thing. I want to like, run things the way I want to run. So you're saying that you're competition? No,
that's the thing I don't think people understand as well. Like, everybody says, like, when people come out and defend AEW, like, granted, you don't have to defend AEW all the time. There are some things that, like, creatively speaking,
there's no listen, you shouldn't have, I'm going to say this right now, you shouldn't have to defend a company. People should just take a look at it and make their own assumptions.
Right. The reason why people, I feel like, don't give AEW a chance is solely because the WWE has talked shit about it. And I'm not going to name names. I know people have said, like, things about AEW, right? Like, and they don't like how they talk about WWE. I've heard it myself. We've all heard it, right? But I don't think people realize that it was because Vince, from, like, day one, and anybody that's in Vince's fucking, I don't know, football camp here, considering he treats his fucking goddamn locker room like it's a goddamn high school football team, essentially
he also treats his football league like it's a high school football team.
This is true. But no, like, he fired the first shot, and the company itself, the WWE, fired the first shot in the Hall of Fame years ago. Now, granted, people within AEW have fired shots, before AEW was conceived of. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure the Young Bucks have fucking said multiple things about the WWE. Some of it justified, some of it uncalled for, whatever. But when it comes to the actual company, Tony Khan didn't want to straight up compete with WWE, at least not right away. And I think people get that misconstrued when they take pot shots at the WWE, but they never wanted to even fiercely compete with them in the beginning, because Tony Khan even realized that would have been dumb right off the off. That's why he wanted to be on Tuesdays initially for Dynamite, but, they couldn't get that because NBA put the kibosh on that, essentially, long story short, and so they had to stick with Wednesdays. And NXT was on Wednesdays. Granted, yeah, but it's not like it was by their choice. And WWE's counter to that was, let's put it 2 hours against Dynamite on USA every week. Like, that was smart. How well did that go over?
Even though NXT, what they were doing was completely fine and didn't need to change much. But ever since AEW's ascension to Wednesdays, that's when Vince had to hold on to the reins and decided to botch the whole thing up for Triple H and for NXT in general. Like, people can look back in this and talk about the Wednesday Night War when, honestly, it was just a one-sided battle. Everyone knew what was going to happen. It was, like, everyone saw it coming. It was inevitable. Like,
right.
Of course,
like,
Dynamite
nothing against NXT, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Nikos. It's my bad. My connection is not the greatest thing in the world. Wi-Fi loves to cut out sometimes in my house, and that's because we have, like, heavy-duty vehicles drive through my neighborhood. So I'm just going to put that out there now. The big thing, at least to me, is NXT was attempting to go up against a brand new IP.
Mm.
That's when you're kind of fucked.
Yes.
Is to give the example, and I'm going to use it based upon other things as well. It's not the fucking console wars of like the 90s,
No.
where it's like, oh, Sega or Nintendo. It's like, it's way fucking different than that now.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to the way that it's been portrayed and booked.
It's funny, literally, and you mentioned that, and it's like it's funny that you mentioned that, actually, Mike, because like every other industry has literally gone the opposite way, where they're not trying to directly compete, and in some cases other industries are actually trying to help each other. Like, especially in gaming nowadays, which is fucking crazy to think about, because like that was a foreign concept back then, but now it's like everybody's helping everybody. For some reason, wrestling, and to a better extent, WWE and Vince doesn't seem to get that memo. Everybody else does.
They haven't gotten
Vince.
that memo like at all. Like
Right.
you'd think they'd learn when Vince bought out both WCW and ECW what he was doing, but to this day he still hasn't learned like what it could do like initially.
Right.
By literally buying out your competition, and then you're just sitting there like, all right, well, now what?
Here's another thing
Like-
too. I'm actually gonna read Jack's comment too, because like, I think Jack kind of adds to our point here. One of the comments, he commented a bunch of things here, but I'm gonna read this one specifically. It's never about quote us versus them unquote. It's about liking what you like. However, in the famous words of a millionaire, you don't like what you like. However, you will like what I tell you you'll like. Is essentially what's being said on the other fucking side. And yeah, this has been starting since Triple H literally looked at Billy Gunn in the Hall of Fame. When DX, by the way, a collective group that Gunn was a part of, the crucial success in, literally called it a pissant company right to his face. Jesus Christ. I mean, really? God damn it, dude.
It's a company that's only notable for selling T-shirts.
Yeah, or sorry, I forgot that last part. Right. Yeah, well, they're eating their words now. But, you know, it goes crazy because, like, the toxicity starts there for some reason. I don't feel like people realize that. It's like, that's how this toxic bullshit starts. And then it just goes on and on and on. Like, the funny thing is, like, AEW will take the pot shots, but they'll be funny with it. Like, recently they just filmed their shoe wear. Like, the Elite showed their fucking,
Being the elites on YouTube,
Yeah,
they
like,
usually
yes.
just
Well, no, they
take
showed it
shots
on
out
Dynamite. They showed it on Dynamite this time. They had, like, a shot of their shoe wear, and it was clearly Nike. Because Tony Khan had the right to basically essentially say, hey, Arbor Ass Stadium did good. Here are the metrics and the things to prove it. And yeah, I'm very proud of everybody. Thank you all the fans who came out to support us. Blah, blah, blah. You know, typical yeehaw, we won kind of deal. Literally not even fucking 4 hours later, Top Jabba, or as in Top Dollar, more like bottom of the fucking barrel, tweeted about the Asics and fucking Vans wear, as if that's a problem, by the way. I don't get it, but whatever. That they only wear those kind of shoes exclusively, when clearly Punk wears Nike, other people wear Skechers, fucking Young Bucks have worn Air Jordans. And I mean,
that's some sliver of them wear Adidas.
Yeah, and it's pretty much like covering all bases, but apparently some of y'all favorite wrestlers wear acidic exclusively. Like, give me a break. By the way, we have more comments in the chat, so I want to read that. But I want to say to this, Jack said,
honestly, don't.
Tony Khan is a football club owner who loved pro wrestling, and he saw a way to make a dream become a reality for him. I'm so happy for Tony Khan, and he's made his own dream come true. Same here.
Because that's initially what AEW is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a dream come true type of IP where it's not made for competition. It's more made for, hey, what's the matches you've wanted to see with this talent that you've never had the chance to see in other IPs or other promotions? Well, we'll bring them here. We'll have your dream matches, and then you'll see what you can see. Whereas, in other IPs, you kind of see the same match over and over and over and over again. That's getting to the point where it's like, I'm kind of bored with this now.
Right, exactly.
And some of the other half is like, no, what are you talking about? It's still great. It's the same guys going over and over and over and over and over again. I'm still getting excited for it, but don't you get tired?
And that's another thing. You can't share an opinion without somebody immediately shitting all over yours. Like, it's just, that's another fucking problem. By the way, speaking of that, Kuzan also writes, actually, before I say that, Martin, say what MJF said that you had respect for, and we'll read it probably after the break, right? But Jack says, in seriousness, I think of the internet people just getting upset about everything, like Joe Rogan fans or Jim Cornette fans. Oh, right.
Oh, boy.
Do we want to talk about?
You know what? Let's just...
We got a podcast on Cornette specifically, don't worry. He's talks in a whole different way.
This is going to be a little TLDR of what me and James concocted about Corny Man.
Yes.
But we'll run this by in a couple seconds or minutes.
The human cornucopia.
Oh, God. But,
or more like an infestation.
Yeah, right.
Share my opinions or die.
I feel like they think it's WWF versus WCW again, says Jack. It's not like that anymore. We've evolved and learned from mistakes. I wish Being the Elite would not fire back by being fun and entertaining. Yeah, I think that was mainly sarcasm. Was that sarcasm towards the end of that line? Because I feel like it was, but I'm really dumb, and sometimes I can't tell. So just confirm if that was sarcasm or not, because I don't want to say what I'm thinking because I think it is, but I want to make sure. That said,
James, do you think you're alone now?
Not really. I don't feel alone.
Are you sure? Isn't it strange? We look like the same when we're together. Watch how you play. But what will they say when we're together?
Oh, God damn it, Mike.
Running through as fast as we can.
God damn. God damn. Mike.
I think I'm a clone.
Okay.
Because there's always two of me hanging around. So.
Right. What else has been said? Because Jack and Martin are taking over the chat here.
Jordan.
Jordan.
Glad you could join us despite, being all in. And then Jack says, is Mike Nikos saying, damn it feels so good to be all elite? Another one for the good guys? ? I mean, yeah, look, we've made it very clear, I think, we're Team AEW, but even so, like I'm sick of the tribalism. I think the tribalism's stupid. I think, if AEW does something dumb, I'm going to call them out on it, too, Really
if you don't mind, the reason why I am Team AEW, even though I don't ever get the chance to watch weekly, which is because of my work schedule mostly.
Yeah, same with me.
Is primarily because I enjoy the fact that they are ready and willing to grab talent from other companies and have them go up against their guys. Which I know somebody's going to sit there and say, oh, like WCW. Kind of. Because it's more the fact that their current roster is all over the fucking world.
Right.
They're no longer limited to these small subsects. limited to their country anymore.
Right.
They can grab anybody that they want now. Super cool.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Is like WWE's so limited in resources, yet they feel the constant need to shit on AEW's parade. Like they just had Roman Reigns.
It's the difference because. I'm sorry I'm cutting you boys off, but it's mainly the difference that in WWE they will acquire the talent that they say or find that they're a hot draw, they're the most hottest person in their promotion. Let's bring them in, and we just don't do anything with them. Like to compare it like this way, they like when WWE acquires a new talent, it's like the equivalent of buying a jacket, specifically for the summer. We'll say you buy the jacket. All of a sudden, summer comes. You won't have a reason to wear the jacket, so you just put it in the closet and then take it out to wear it, like during the autumn or fall. But during that time, it'll be too late because that push or that hot streak will die down. Whereas in AEW, when they will acquire new talent from all over the world, they immediately will use them in like storylines or in matches that people will go, "Wow, this is great." They haven't lost a step.
Yeah,
they're doing fantastic.
And they do that with non-WWE names too. Like, look at Daniel Garcia, who fucking made a great name for himself recently. Like, and that's the thing. Like, everybody thinks I hate the people in the WWE. I know Roman's probably has to say this stuff because of the place he works in. Like, I know that he has to talk badly about Punk because he was sent on a directive. I know that even if Seth Rollins or top Jabba fucking says the dumb shit he says, I also know that they do well. That they do well anywhere else, and they wouldn't have these fucking issues, and because nobody would ask anything of them and defend them constantly. Now, granted, there are going to be some people that are going to be the homers, like Eddie Kingston's a homer for AEW, but I wouldn't expect anything less because Eddie Kingston's a fucking New York Yankees fan.
Oh, of course
he's going to be a fucking.
So he likes to get married to Marge Simpson too.
Probably, I don't know, but no, like he's a New York Yankees fan.
I wouldn't. Homer.
I wouldn't. Haha. No,
yeah.
Like I wouldn't expect anything less from a guy like Kingston to be a homer for AEW and fucking defend AEW in a good way, like and talk about their positives and also talk trash about the other company. He grew up in that time period. There are people that are going to be like that no matter what within the industry, but it still doesn't change the fact that from the beginning of AEW just wanted to focus on themselves. The only reason AEW has been firing back at the WWE recently is because of the obvious fucking competition that they themselves are causing. Like, the WWE in that sense. They went and scheduled like a half hour to SmackDown to go overtime on FS1 because they were booted off the Fox main network and went on Make-A-Wish Fox because fucking MLB was more important to them because it got bigger ratings. And so he wanted to try to undercut AEW yet again, which, by the way, failed between that half hour. Again, by the way. And Tony was just like, you know what, fuck this. I'm not going to let you push me around anymore. I haven't tried to compete with you right off the bat. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure that Tony Khan is going to want to eventually seriously compete with WWE at some point. No doubt in my mind.
Which I think will be good for all business in general.
Yeah, right.
It's just that at the current moment in time, he has, less than 3 years under his fucking belt of a company.
Right.
Let him get at least 5 and then say, okay, let's start competing.
Exactly. Like, and even Jax just said, it's inevitable to become competition after you hit a certain level of success. And it's like, but even AEW has admitted that they haven't gotten to that point yet, but they've gotten better, at least success-wise.
AEW is certainly in the building blocks area of trying to build that much of a competition. You don't get big in just 3 years. No, it usually takes more time, which is why I agree with James, why they should wait for another more 2 years so that when they're like 5 years.
And that's what
6
they're
years
trying
strong.
to do, but here's a WWE being WWE because Vince is a lazy prick that I mentioned over and over again and doesn't actually want to make his product better, and he wants to undercut the competition instead and focus all his fucking efforts on that. And then you wonder why I fucking say, well, I hate this guy, because they're not trying to compete with him right off the bat. Like, even Tony Khan just said, like, I'm shocked that they fucking watch our show while they're booking theirs. Like, I couldn't do that. I believe in WYW, Watch Your Wrestling, which is funny he fucking said that. And now I wonder, does he watch? But, no, for real, like, his version of WYW.
Does he watch our wrestling?
Yeah, I
it?
I even asked in the comments, I'm like, you watch WYW? Yes. Hey, by the way, subscribe. But, no, fucking, he said that on Barstool.
You watch Wii?
Yeah, he said he said that on Barstool. Watch your wrestling is his phrase with that, and I'm like, yeah, I fucking agree. Watch the shit that you like. If you don't like stuff, don't watch it. Don't fucking give it the time of day if you're not interested in that. Like,
here's the thing. Here's the thing that I want, and I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
In full honesty, the thing that I really want to see happen. And people can disagree with me, and that's absolutely fine. Go right ahead. I just want the day where AEW has such a big fucking fire that's lit so bright that it finally burns Vince's ass to having to wake the fuck up from his eternal slumber.
Right.
Like, that's what I want.
Right. And by the way,
I want Hunter to do it more than anybody else because I think Vince is just too fucking old and needs to just give up at this point.
Yeah, I would love a WWE run by Triple H going up against Tony Khan's AEW. Like,
honestly, they probably wouldn't even compete. They would fucking compare notes and say, "So what are you doing this week?" "Well, I'm going to be doing this." Okay. Well, why don't we cross-pollinate here and see what new breed we can come up with.
Right, true. Yeah, they probably would.
You know?
I mean, I wouldn't mind them even still competing on a good level, but still liking what the other guy's doing too. I mean, fuck. I mean, it's happened with every other wrestling company recently, like Impact and AAA and New Japan. They've all gotten a boost because of AEW stuff too. You know, and they've helped them tremendously. And now more people have even tuned into MLW recently because guys like Bobby Fish and Lee Moriarty showed up. Like, it's really good stuff.
Which is super cool.
Yeah.
For all of wrestling to have these options, except for in Vince's mind, because God forbid he's not the only game in town. But anyway, let me read some comments here by Martin and Jack here. I can't find it, but to sum it up, he might work for WWE and he respects Roman Reigns. This is in reference to the Barstool Sports. He basically said that if they don't offer up good money, Martin, that's what Max said. That, like, if they lowball him, which they won't, by the way, that's just him playing a character, then the option's open. And by the way, any good business fucking person's gonna say that, by the way. So that's what
normally they don't
MJF said.
Especially for Max. Like, he's
Max
just saying that
is having the time of his life. He's like, a lot of people think MJF is unhappy in AEW, and I'm like, what the fuck are you watching? MJF's having a time of his fucking life in AEW. You kidding me? Dude,
I mean, if you're going to be talking about the match where he lost to Jericho, that's...
Dude, he has far gotten past that. It's not even funny. In fact, I think him losing to Jericho may have actually indirectly helped him. Jericho may have been right. I didn't think I was going to say that, but, like, Max has fucking he has gone, like, tenfold up the crazy level with his mic game, bro. His heat is enormous right now. Like, the crowds hate him everywhere he goes, except for probably Long Island, which is going to be Bizarro World. I can't wait to see that fucking show. But, yeah, no, he's having the time of his life right now. Like, he's going to be a TNT champion at some point. I wouldn't be shocked. If not a world champion soon enough after Paige wins it. Which is, I think, where they're going to go. is going to give it to Paige and then to MJF. He's going to have a great fucking future in AEW. I think he's going to be there for a long while. Maybe not 25 years like he's saying, but he's there for a while.
25 years of MJF? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was Barstool Sports. You heard that on. I saw the full interview. By the way, that interview's fucking hilarious. I encourage everybody to go watch it. That was so good. If you like good heel work, that's the interview for you. Go check out MJF on Barstool. Kuzan says, "No, I'm serious. AEW shows that they are better by being fun and entertaining." And yes, they do, by the way. I don't want AEW feeling like they have to respond in the high school pettiness that the WWE cult fire at them. Now, it's not necessarily the fact that the cult is firing anything at them, and, we'll talk about that in a minute. But, it's more of the fact that the
company itself.
Right.
And the fan base are just constantly, almost every single week, saying "fuck this show," which I understand if you're a
single episode or
if you're a diehard WWE fan. I get it.
Right.
Listen, I understand. I'm not going to fucking sit there and say your point of view is invalid. Sorry. Please do not pass go. Please collect. Do not collect $200. I'm not going to fucking sit there and say that. But what I will sit there and say is, take a look at what's going on that show and try to determine, all right, so this is how they're doing it on Dynamite this week. Not saying you have to watch it weekly at all. I want that to be understood, right the fuck now. But taking a look at, what the competition is doing on the other side of the world, even though they don't view themselves as it, really can give some actual fucking clarity of what you should be doing.
And by the way, Jack just said, by WWE cult, I mean the company itself and the main employees and Vince's family. Yeah, I mean, no shit. I mean, again, it's like you have to completely... I can't tell who's saying what and who's being a true to their word over there on the other side anymore. I really can't. Because, it all sounds like it's just Vince being petty. It all just sounds like Vince talking. Genuinely speaking. I'm not even trying to bullshit either. Am I the only one that feels like it's just Vince McMahon talking, no matter if it's Reigns or even Bottom Dollar fucking talking shit?
It's the moment you read the dialogue that they're saying.
It
you have
sounds
to
like
read
it's coming straight from Vince.
Every time.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's a them issue, but it is very
Dude, they're leaking
disconcerting.
fast national fucking ratings. That, I'm pretty sure that's fucking... By the way, not for nothing, that's called fucking fierce undercutting of competition, and that shit in business is illegal, by the way. Found that little nugget out, and Vince is guilty fucking 10 ways to Sunday with not just that, but every other company he's ever put out of business or tried to. So please spare me that. But yeah, it's just fucked. Anyway.
And I want to get this out there now. This has to be said now.
Go ahead.
I don't want people thinking that we hate the people that work for this company.
No.
We hate the company, not the people. That needs to be said, because that can be very easily misconstrued.
We hate Vince and the very right-hand men that just think about what Vince does, or just basically kiss Vince's ass and agree with them.
I'm sick and tired of Vince. I'm sick and tired of Vince and the fucking... No, I'm sick and tired of Vince and the fucking mushing dogs that he slaps in the back with a whip every time. To go the direction that he wants to go every time that he does it.
Exactly.
It's insane.
It shouldn't have to be that way in wrestling at all. There shouldn't have to be, you are the main figurehead of the show, and you're just mushing and forcing and whipping at these guys to constantly be forced to agree with you. people will have their own ideas. Even the wrestlers will have their own ideas that they want to present. But Vince is the type of guy that just doesn't want to do it because it doesn't come from him. Whereas in AEW, any idea you bring to Tony, he'll say, well, we'll consider the pros and the cons of this, and if it's good, sure, why not? We'll give it a try.
Cons, that's pretty funny. Yeah, you should keep that one.
That's good stuff.
Hey.
Cons, that's pretty good. It's pretty stellar.
I'm gonna read
stupid shit again.
I'm gonna read another comment, by the way, from Kuzan. hello, Alfie Emir. We'll get. I figured I'd just say hi to you because you're a new viewer, and I like to say hi to new viewers. Jack said in the comments, I just want AEW to continue to help New Japan, Impact, AAA, wherever. People enjoy AEW even though they make basic mistakes, but in the grand scheme of things, those mistakes don't mean a lot. Good vibes. Agreed, Jack. He also says, we already read this, but I want to kind of touch on this more. It's inevitable to become competition after you hit a certain level of success. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
And AEW is to a degree competition, but they're not full-on competition. And a lot of that is because Nielsen's all fucky and Nielsen's all skewed. Like, they're supposedly fixing the Nielsen rating at what year? I think it's the end of 2022, and they're going to finally include...
Yeah, because a lot of their fucking figures don't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. So, like...
And going off of that specifically makes no goddamn sense.
Right. So I wanna wait until they finally fix those viewership numbers, because once they include the streaming numbers, I think we'll have a way better idea of how AEW is doing and the WWE is doing. Until then, I just don't fucking care. Although I will say the DVR numbers show that there's a lot more people that watch AEW than meets the fucking eye when you add it all up. There's there's still at least 2 million viewers watching Dynamite weekly when you add those figures up. If we're going just by Nielsen, so that's still fucking great for a company that's only been around 2 years. You know, that's great for the fucking industry, and that's the thing. I think people want a good industry. And, they're absolutely competition, especially in every other metric, considering AEW's outsold them in merchandise, AEW's outsold them in ticket sales, AEW's outsold them in fucking pay-per-view buys, right? Even though they don't do pay-per-view anymore, but you get what I mean. They just outsell them in every other fucking metric in business, minus the fucking ratings, but they still beat them in the key demographic, which is fucking huge for them, for a company, 2 years in. That's fucking nuts. Here's another thing. So Jack says, sometimes you don't get a choice when you become competitive. Sometimes you have to play ball and fight on your own product because other companies sees it as a survivorless mentality. And that's a great point, Jack. That's what I'm saying. That's what Tony Khan did when he basically came at Nick Khan and Vince McMahon on Twitter. He fucking finally fired back. Now keep in mind, this is like, I think people say, oh, he shouldn't have done it. He should have just minded himself. Like, dude, human beings are going to be just in general combative. They're going to be, right? I wouldn't expect him not to be in this situation. This is after months of him it was just poking the bear, leaking fast nationals, having Top Dollar insult their wrestler's shoe wear when it's just completely untrue, etc., right? Dude, like, you got to seriously realize that this is him finally just saying, okay, you know what, fuck this.
I've had enough.
Fire back.
I've had enough. I've had enough of this fucking bullshit. I'm sick and tired of this nonsense. I can't deal with this bullshit anymore, and I'm gonna finally say something that's important.
Like,
I've been dealing with this shit.
I've been dealing with this shit for almost 3 years now. I'm still getting the constant bullying and constant poking around. It's time that I just say enough's enough. I hate how I'm being treated. I hate how people like you think of me. So I'm just gonna stand up for myself. Something that no one has done to
You know what it's like?
decades.
You know what it's like, and this is I'll put a personal experience with me to actually put this in perspective. I was bullied for years in middle school.
You still are now.
I still am now, but like not.
I bully you all the time.
Well, yeah, but that's we're friends. It's fine.
I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, no, we bully each other, but it's out of jest. But
No, I bully you because I just don't like you. Did you not get this yet?
Oh,
I couldn't even
sad.
I couldn't even say that with a straight face.
No, but
What did you not understand? Did you not fucking get it? I just
no, but like, no, for real, like, no bullshit necessary. Like, I was bullied for fucking years, and in middle school, nobody was doing a thing, and I had to stand up for myself. And then when I did stand up for myself, the fucking teachers went and looked at me and was like, "Oh, you shouldn't have fucking fought back." And I'm like,
even though
excuse me?
Even though they always say you should fight back, but the day you do fight back, they say you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. And
that's how it is, like, in this system
it's fucking,
that we're living in with the
fucking
companies.
Ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, guys. Like, Tony fucking fought back, and that's the point I wanted to make with that. That's why I brought the whole AEW versus WWE thing up here. Now, granted, like, I understand, like, people go way too fucking overboard on both sides, where, like, AEW's better than a lot of the wrestlers, and I'm like, no, they got some top level talent of WWE over there, like, really good level talent. It's just they don't know how to use any of it. But that's, like, come on, guys. Like, it's the problem is, like, everybody just has this tribalist mentality, and they don't think of things logically, and that's the biggest problem with the fucking tribalism mentality. And it's fucking ironic because we have a fucking wrestling character called the Tribal Chief right now, and Roman Reigns, who's arguably doing the best work of his career, and now, like, barely anybody's fucking watching because it was like 5 years too late. But
yeah, because for the 5 or 6 years they didn't know what to do with him.
They kept shoving him down our throats as a babyface and made everybody just that was sick of it leave. By the way,
and then they finally made him heel, and then now when he's getting this hot push, people just don't care anymore. Right. They just don't care to watch.
Yeah,
but I have to say this because this thing has been on my mind for months when it comes with the whole tribalism, with the whole, like, us versus them type of mentality that these fans have with each other, especially with WWE. I think the one fan attack or the one fan criticism that I saw that really just kind of irked me has to do when the time when AEW brought in the Owen Hart Foundation. They said that
was fucking unbelievable. Like, what is wrong with those people? Honestly,
so what happened was,
I'm seriously, are they okay? Like, do they need therapy?
Oh, I agree, but I looked this up, like, through YouTube. There was this YouTuber named The Great One, where his thumbnail had a comment about a mark who said, "Oh, Tony Khan and AEW should be ashamed of themselves. How dare you use Owen Hart's name in your company? Owen Hart was used to his greatest full potential in WWE. He died for that company, for Vince. How dare you? AEW should crash and burn." Like, Owen Hart died because Vince took shortcomings because he wanted to compete with WCW by having Owen Hart do this stupid, dangerous stunt that cost him his life, and that had Dr. Mark.
And then they fucking. Here's another thing too. Then
but hold on, James, really quick.
Grieving widow, Vince McMahon.
You're forgetting a bit, boys. The fact that fucking Owen himself said, "I really don't want to do this."
The last 2 years,
against his
wanted
will.
To go with Brett.
Yes,
he wanted to go with Brett in WCW.
The contract's here, buddy.
Yeah, he was the one that he didn't let go because he couldn't afford, for some reason, to let Owen Hart go. Which, by the way, does that sound familiar? Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson. like back when AEW first started, and like a bunch of other people that they kept under lock instead of letting them go to AEW before Nick Khan. I'm glad Nick Khan actually showed up to AEW or WWE rather, for this one reason, is that he's finally letting people go that are unhappy there, and said, like, Vince, if they're unhappy, just fucking let them go. Like, we have enough star power where we can fucking offset that. I mean, he doesn't know Vince and his awful creative mind, so that's a little wishful thinking on Nick Khan's part, but it's like, I'm glad he's letting these people go because, in theory, he's correct. Like, if they're not happy, why keep them employed? So when people get all pissed off, like with Nick Khan, I was like, why? He's letting go of the people that we wanted to see go to a different place for years anyway. Because we know they'd be used better.
People like Vince McMahon and the WWE fans won't allow that and get pissed off about that because, again,
well, okay. We got to go back to a bit here because it's not specifically just WWE fans. I say it's
AEW too.
A huge chunk just those cancerous wrestling fans. Because pinpointing it as one specific individual or one specific group of individuals it doesn't help anybody.
No.
It's literally the entirety of the media itself has done this fucking 180 through almost over decades at this point.
Yeah.
Of we'll still do our stuff, but we're not gonna fucking try.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
I'm gonna read some comments, by the way, because we're like way behind on the comments, and just gonna read them straight through, and then
go for it.
Take another commercial break, and
Yeah,
then we'll talk.
Go right ahead.
We'll talk more toxicity on the IWC, and then you guys can pitch us the break. On the comments here, it says, I love the fact that my own mom, who never watches wrestling, asked me about CM Punk, and me explaining what AEW was a conversation she actually wanted to have with me. In the UK, it's on ITV. ITV4 specifically, is that right, Jack? Let me know. We have Alpha Mir, who asked us a wrestling question. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to go to more of your comments on there, Alpha. Humans lock horns with no horns. Yeah. That pretty much sums up this podcast. I think you hit the nail on the head there, Alpha. Teachers will let the bullying happen, but when you fight back, it's all like, OMG. Yep. And I've watched WWE for years. I skip school sometimes, and now I'm like, well, I'm an idiot. Jesus, Alpha, I'm sorry. Why would you do that to yourself? Don't do that for any wrestling company. Are you okay? Don't do that. Mike can be the first to tell you. He doesn't watch Wrestling Weekly because he has a job. Be like Mike. Be responsible.
Same as me. I can fucking watch AEW all the time because I got jobs and other shit.
By the way, hold on one second. Alright, now we get to the fucking wrestling question here, and then we'll get to Jack's questions. What do you guys think about Bobby Fish versus CM Punk? Fuck yeah. That's honestly a fucking great match.
Honestly, man, I've watched CM Punk fight so many of the same guys in WWE. It's nice to see him fight someone that he's willing to work with that's not WWE, like, authentic brand wrestlers.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing, because, like, Bobby Fish, like, I've never seen him wrestle anywhere. So this is a new, fresh matchup, genuinely speaking. Like, somebody that's experienced and know what the fuck he's doing, and Bobby Fish, and him and Punk are going to have a barn burner. By the way, Punk put over Anthony Green huge. Huge, dude. Fucking love that, man. For the record, for those who don't know Anthony Green, I know him personally. Him and I used to go to Massasoit together. He I don't know how this happened, but I was sitting with him and Chris Dodd, and I think Owen was there too. And he was wanting me to... somehow it got to the point where I was like, hey, maybe I should take a worked forearm shot. And I'm like, okay, yeah, fuck it, why not? Let's do it. So I get up, and Anthony lays up the forearm shot, right? And I'm thinking, like, okay, so they have a way they obviously do this where it doesn't actually hurt, but they sell it, right? Oh, boy. fucking lays his shit in, and I'm just in a heap on the fucking ground. And we're all laughing. I'm laughing on the ground. He fucking helps me up. We fucking shake hands. I'm like, fuck, that was tough. Cop comes over and he's like, is everything okay here? You guys having a fight? I was like, oh no, he was just showing me how a work strike in wrestling works. And he's like, oh, okay, carry on. So like,
no, officer, I'm not bleeding from the brain.
Dude, the fact that I saw a dude I went to fucking school with have a goddamn segment and was standing in the ring next to CM Punk was on TNT, mind you, was fucking awesome to me, man. Like, that was just super awesome, dude. That was so cool. Like, I'm really, really, really happy that fucking Anthony did that, man. Good for Anthony. Anthony Green's cool. Anyway, Vince killed Owen Hart accidentally, or not. He's guilty of manslaughter or whatever the charge would be. Yes, Jack, we can agree.
I would disagree because of the fact that the way that it comes off is more of an accidental fucking discharge of his own harness. Based upon evidence.
Here's the problem.
Now, hear me out. Let me finish. You'll see exactly where I'm going with this. However, the fucking production team and him kept telling him to do this dangerous ass stunt that he kept saying, "I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it." They could be absolutely held fucking in court for that. Accountable for that 100%. They could be held in court for that.
I think they were. I think they were eventually too. By the way.
And
Alpha
they fucking should have stayed in court.
And Alpha said Anthony Green was on NXT. Yes, he was in NXT, by the way. I'm well aware. I'm glad he's on AEW now. He just got a segment with CM Punk, and he's not even fucking signed to the company. That's why I like AEW for that, man. They're really good when it comes to indie wrestlers, and I appreciate them for that. No, it's on the main ITV channel. Oh shit. Well, good for them. And I apparently got worked, says Jack. I guess he just laid his shit in, and I got worked. I don't know. Hey, either way, it was still funny and no hard feelings. Him and I always talked good anyway, so I think he was just doing that as a prank, bro. If it was a real strike, then that's just even funnier to me. So I'm not like too worried about it. You guys want to pitch at the break and then we'll come back, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for taking this short commercial break, but when we get back, we will continue discussing our little topic on the tribal chief confrontation, whatever James was mixing about.
The tribalism in wrestling.
Yeah, tribalism, yeah. Tribal chief thing.
There you go.
And we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
You think you have what it takes to cut the greatest promo in professional wrestling history? Step through the ropes, pick a gimmick, and know your role. The Ring Scoops Wrestling card game is the ultimate pro wrestling fan party game. Draw cards at random. Use your creativity and your quads. Choose Ring Scoops card game. Available now.
If you like the content that you saw today, make sure you check out For the Win Productions and subscribe to the affiliates of this conglomerate. A Simple Man Studios, Insanity Works Studios, Genelle's Beauty Slam, J. Hebert Studios, Wrestling Fortune 44 Incorporated, Owen the Talkinator Studios, and of course, Weymouth Youth Wrestling. All in the J. JHebertSide95 modules. Subscribe today.
Alright, I'm back.
And we are. Perfect timing. We actually did this right. So,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh shit, I gotta pee now. I gotta go.
No, god damn it, Mike.
See you later, fuckers!
Alright, so we're back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about tribalism now. This is gonna be fucking fun.
It all begins back in the year of 1907.
Yeah, probably.
Now, I'll be honest, this shit truly begins in like 1993. More than anything else. That's where all this tribalism in wrestling truly does begin.
Yeah, basically the dawning of any social media, which, by the way, did start in RSPW. There's a lot of instances where fans were not happy with certain products and they just shit all over it, and you can't admit when some shit is good and when some shit is just... I don't know. It's like all over the fucking place, but ever since RSPW was a thing, it's just kind of spread and like a fucking virus, and now it's like hasn't gone away, and it's probably gonna be here for years to come. Every fucking industry has to deal with this dumb shit as well, which is like, fuck me. I used to be a part of that fucking shit where I'm like, why are you liking this? And like, here are the reasons why not to. And I'm like, why am I doing this? This is fucking stupid. Like, if they
That is really fucking stupid.
Like,
Yeah.
I used to like comment on Facebook all the time, and then I realized, wow, I'm so sick of this. I'm just gonna, and then I just offloaded and deleted the Facebook app.
James, you were the chosen one. It was said that you were gonna bring balance to wrestling, not destroy it.
I don't know if I bring balance per se.
Help the Smarks, not surround them in darkness.
Well, no. I just don't understand. What I don't understand is, like, why people feel the need to defend everything a company does all the time. Like, that to me is like, no. Because then you're not even remotely objective. And, like, if you're gonna talk and you're gonna bring and you're gonna act like, well, clearly they're fucking better. Like, everybody will tell me the WWE is better from a creative standpoint. I'm like, okay, give me the reasons why. No one ever can. No one ever tries to. No one ever even tries to debate when I just genuinely ask them, okay, what's good about the WWE? There's the odd few that do, and they'll provide me with examples. Like, they have great talent that actually makes the storyline great. Like, they'll talk about Paul Heyman and how great he is at making shit make sense. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's Paul Heyman. Anything else? And typically they do give me some things, but it's just like, well, that's good for you. At least I know you have some genuine enjoyment out of it. For me, it's not like that. I've given my reasons from a moral standpoint. I just can't watch anything that WWE does anymore because it just makes me feel gross from a fucking emotional standpoint. I mean, do we need to talk about the fact that Saudi Arabia was booked as the best show all year for WWE because of how much money was fucking thrown at this thing? Like, no, I don't think we do. You know, it's, you know, and I talk about this, and it's just like, I feel like people feel like I always just shit on the WWE, but it's like, I've given AEW some flack too for a lot of the dumb shit that they do. Well, not even a lot, but like the stuff that they do that was just straight up dumb. Like, I remember I was not initially a fan of the Inner Circle Pinnacle feud, and I still believe and maintain, by the way, they could have done that way better. I wasn't necessarily a fan of the QT Marshall Cody Rhodes feud. However, it made a great star out of Anthony Ogogo and a few others, and Nick Comoroto looked like a beast as well. Lee Johnson was made.
What a name, by the way.
Yeah, right? Like,
I'm Antonia Ogogo.
And
what?
It accomplished what it needed to in building up new stars, and we'll get.
Agreed.
We got to get to the Cody thing in a minute because that's another thing I want to talk about. But right now,
Oh boy,
we'll get to that.
I'm dreading that actually.
We'll get to that. Another thing too is like I didn't like what they did with Matt Hardy. I've been very much on record on Travis's channel telling people, yeah, this was a really dumb decision. I don't know what the hell AEW was thinking. Since then, by the way, they've gotten managers since that happened. Gee, no shit. But they learn from their mistakes. They make mistakes but they make very few in the grand scheme of things compared to the other side. But it doesn't mean I don't call them out. How many we've been on stream before, guys? Like, how many times have we called this shit out?
All the time. I feel like it's like every single.
We'll
like I want to say it's like.
You know.
I want to say it's almost like every week.
You know.
That we talk about this shit.
Wrestling is not perfect, but it's nothing it ever is. Like, nothing can be perfect. It's not for everybody. I think Punk put it best. Like, there's no right way to do one thing. Was his exact quote.
Except for make a sandwich.
That is true. You can't fuck up a sandwich.
Listen, you can easily fuck up a sandwich.
What?
And I'll tell you how.
Then that devalues your point.
No. There are many things that you can easily fuck up, and that's a sandwich. You want me to tell you how you fuck up a sandwich?
What?
Use white bread instead of wheat. That's just gonna your body's fucked, dude. Like you gotta actually put some real nutrients in that shit. Have you seen?
That is fair. I like wheat bread anyway.
Yeah, you gotta put some extra nutrients in your body, man.
From fucking wrestling tribalism and nutrition. Anyway.
Hey, nutrition's important. Hey, guys, stay hydrated. Stay well nutrited.
Listen. Nutrition, hydration, tribalism. Listen, man, we're all nomads at heart. Some days you wake up in the morning and you look outside and you say, I want to kill a pig with a hammer. You just gotta do that shit.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Does it always make sense? No. Does it have to? Probably should, but hey, what are you gonna do? This is America.
Right. So the main point...
Catch you slipping up.
Back to the main point, by the way, just so that way we can get back on track for a second.
But we had a point? Fuck.
Yeah, no, the main point I was bringing up, and I think you guys can agree, is like, if you just defend everything that a company does, then...
You're a sheep.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Think for yourself.
Hate to say it like that, but you're a sheep.
Yeah, like, think for yourself here. You have to think for yourself. If you don't think for yourself, what are you doing?
Eat your fucking blueberries. What are you doing?
No, well, that's them being sheep. Maybe they don't like blueberries.
No, eat your fucking blueberries.
AEW feels like a house, but WWE feels like a channel like Cartoon Network or HBO, says Alfie. Like,
agreed.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it, honestly. AEW feels like a place that you could see people walk in, walk out. It's like a bar. Imagine the viewer is the bartender and the wrestlers are the fucking people coming. They're coming in to give you a story, tell you what's going on, give their experiences of the world today, and then they kind of just go, right?
Right.
Where WWE is what feels like every single week is, so we're going to try to sell him to you. And you go, oh, please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't sell him to me.
Yeah. And that's,
you don't want more Braun?
No, please.
You know what? I actually, and I think we've mentioned this, like, Braun got fucked, and I'm glad. Is he an Impact? Can anybody confirm if he showed up at
I think he's... Yeah, I think he's planning to go to Impact. I don't know if he's already in, but I heard some mention that he's at Impact.
Maybe he'll show up this week on Thursday. I don't know. But I hope he actually does show up on Impact, because I saw the narrative special with him in it. That's fucking great. That was actually so good. It added... It literally informed me of what Adam Shear, the man behind the Braun Strowman character, was. I had no idea what he was beforehand. I really didn't. I just, like, yeah, I mean, obviously he made his mistake on social media when he was with the WWE, but everybody fucking does, by the way. He'll be fine in the industry. But like when he's just the way they masterfully did this, and like I encourage everybody to go watch this. Like even if you're not a Braun Strowman fan, you'll actually be super informed of what goes on behind the scenes and how you're mentally like broken down on the side of WWE, which at the same time of how informative it is, does fucking scare me for people like with what we're hearing right now with like people like Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks like all bickering amongst each other now. Keep in mind these four, Bailey included, were like the best of friends at one point. Now they're like shitting on each other. Rhea Ripley's another one like mentally who's I've always been worried about. Just because she's always had self-doubt since she's got up to, or since she fought Charlotte, really, on the main roster, and she's always just, you just feel bad for women like that, and just anybody in general that has those issues. Fucking Drake Maverick recently just says never get in the industry. He hates the industry. You know, considering the fact that they fucking used his IRL firing in a fucking angle right up until they finally give him a new contract live on TV. I don't blame him. But my God.
See, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how anybody can defend that shit. Oh yeah, so you were very publicly fired, so we're instead of just, giving you some time to process what's going. Now we're just gonna make a storyline about that shit, that man.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's just cruel at times that you would go out of your way to just do that, something for the audience to feed off of. And sometimes they'll say, that's kind of fucked up, while the other side says, oh, no, it's entertaining. I'm getting entertained by this. You should get entertained by this because I'm telling you should get entertained by this. That's why Vince is telling me you should get entertained by this because I'm getting entertained by this.
No.
And it's always a back and forth thing where it's, again, it's cruel, it's unnecessary, and it's, like, it just goes to show you that they are running on steam here. They're running on fumes where they don't know what to do, what to expect, and this is somehow entertaining.
You don't hear this shit on AEW. You never hear backstage drama like this on AEW. Like, you very rarely see problems within AEW. Like, even the stuff that's manufactured, like... And again, we might as well just segue right into this. The whole Cody thing. Like, people said Cody's not friends with the fucking Elite because of differences in creative, and, like, they made a big-ass fucking deal about it. I mean, color me fucking stupid, but aren't they doing their own thing right now within the show and they're not fucking interfering with each other and they're still probably friends in real life? I wouldn't imagine why not. They're still in the same company. Obviously, if it was that bad, they would have been gone by now. Like, can anybody explain to me why we had these dirt sheets just come out of nowhere and be like, oh yeah, Toxicity, here it is.
And the dirt sheets, and the dirt sheets aren't helping like anything or anybody. Like, I think the whole main reason, which were
there's too much opinion within the dirt sheets, which causes this. And normally, by the way, look, right, I would be all for it if, say, we had like millions of fucking views. You know how much toxicity there is in the NFL, but you know how many fucking millions are watching the NFL? If you're just a fan of the game, like, whatever, you're going to sit down and watch the game. Doesn't matter who the fuck's playing, right? They're doing great. They're doing more than great. They're going to fucking hold up for another fucking 10 years despite the fact that they have to pay oogles and boogles of dollars to these fucking athletes because they're a part of a union. Great for them. They're doing great. Fantastic. By the way, I love unions when it comes to that because of concussions. Still, I digress. There's pros and cons to everything is my point. But the NFL's doing great. Wrestling is not right now. And shit like this doesn't help when it comes to viewership. Like, if anything, shit like this turns a viewer away from watching pro wrestling. It doesn't matter if it's WWE or AEW. It It really doesn't. It's just fucking shit, no matter what. No matter how you fucking spin it. I don't understand why Dirt Sheets would do that and report stuff like that, like Cody and Omega and the Young Bucks getting along, as an example. And then don't even get me started on Cornette. We did a whole fucking podcast on him, but the tribalism over on that fucking camp is toxic as well. But yeah, Cody.
I mean, anything that happens from like anything besides wrestling, there's always going to have to be like toxicity. It's just a common thing that happens in almost every single piece of medium. Like, it's not a thing that you could just magically wave around a wand and it'll just poof disappear.
Toxic energy, no matter what. I mean, Mike said in '93, it probably goes even further beyond like '93. I mean, when it comes to wrestling and just any form of entertainment, I feel like toxicity has existed for years. But with social media being so open now to, I guess, in a way, be toxic, I mean, fuck. I mean, you're there's going to be enough people that are just like, you know what, I'm good. I'm not down for the toxicity. I'm just going to stay away. Like, I do it all the time. Like, I just don't go on Twitter. I don't live on Twitter anymore. I don't go on Instagram anymore.
Hell, you don't go on Facebook anymore.
I definitely am nowhere on Facebook anymore. Like, if I didn't have if I didn't have to promote my shit on Facebook and whatever, like, I wouldn't be having a Twitter or an Instagram. Dead serious. I wouldn't even have it. I probably have them deleted by now. But because I have to promote shit, I have to have them. But it's like, holy shit, where are we? You know? It's just, when it comes to... wrestling is already bad enough as is viewership-wise. There's not as many people watching it anymore, even when you fucking factor in the views that Nielsen isn't counting for. When it comes to AEW. There's not enough people watching wrestling to fucking be this toxic. And if fans like me are trying to get other people into wrestling and they hear that this shit's going on, guarantee you a lot of fans are going to be like, you know what? Nah. I'll find a different hobby.
Not interested, homie.
You know? And that's the problem with the toxicity right now. It's like, there's a time and a place. This ain't it, Chief. Like, there's a lot of good things to like about wrestling. To complain about everything and anything is really dumb. Like, this whole Cody thing. What the fuck is with the hate for Cody?
I don't know what's going on with Cody to begin with. I just saw that all of a sudden people are talking smack, and I'm like, the fuck happened in like a week?
It wasn't a week. This has been like a month, 2 months now. This has been going on. It's been building for whatever reason. I still don't know the reason why people hate Cody, to be honest with you.
Like, I noticed this happening.
Control, by the way.
Like, I noticed this happen, like, during the rematch, like, I want to say 2 weeks ago with him and Malachi Black, where the crowd kind of died down for Cody, even though they were cheering for him in the beginning.
They were booing the shit out of him. It was obvious.
And when Malachi won, there was just this huge pop for him when he came in as supposed to be as the new heel, but people just see Malachi as he's the top free new guy that came in from WWE that everyone goes goo goo gaga over because he looks intimidating. And Cody, you know, we've all seen Cody, but that doesn't give us the benefit of the doubt of just to say, oh, Cody sucks now, we hate him now. And especially with the third match where Cody finally wins over Malachi, where people will go on Cody and say, oh, he sucks, he completely ruined Malachi's push. Like, Malachi should have been undefeated for a while. And, like, people will say, especially in AEW, they'll say, oh, well, we'll have plans to make Cody, heel. But
and by the way, everybody says, well, he always wins, he never not loses. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there were times where he lost to...
Dude, he lost in, like, what, a 2-minute squash against the late Brody Lee for the TNT Championship?
There were times where he did lose. Yeah, granted, he gets his win back eventually, but there were times where he actually lost and he didn't get his win back. MJF is one of them. Like
Jericho is one of them.
MJF. He made
Moxley is one of
Jericho.
them.
Moxley is one of them. Yeah. Like he fucking legitimately made people. He made stars. He brought in a lot of fucking cool people. He brought in Ricky Starks.
Now wait, hold on. Him and fucking Alistair or Malachi, whatever.
Right.
Went for 3 matches and Alistair won 2 of the 3, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then what's the fucking issue?
Exactly. I don't know either, Mike. I've asked.
That's the thing. The issue is Cody should have
won. No, but Cody lost because if it's a 2 out of 3 setup, Cody fucking lost.
Yeah,
correct.
He lost a feud
immediately.
He still lost a feud. He just needed to get his shit back. He wanted to get back onto the better viewership. Anyway, that's beside the point. He wanted to get confidence back as the story of that. But the thing that I have an issue with is fans hate him. I don't know why, but they hate him. And I asked, give me a genuine reason why. Why do you hate him? And they said, well, he didn't put over QT Marshall. And I asked them point blank, why should he have put over QT Marshall? Why should he have let QT Marshall win in the strap match?
Because let's be honest, QT Marshall, I get he's an okay wrestler, but yeah, that's pretty much it. He's just an okay wrestler.
And by the way, he's fundamentally sound. He's a great trainer. See, world
we're not going to say that he's we're not going to say that he's a terrible, a grade F wrestler. No, I mean,
he's not the
he's
future.
Still an okay
he's not
wrestler.
The future. Which is what I don't think people realize. Cody built the future on his first TNT title reign, with all the people he brought in, with the Cody Open Challenge deal. He also built the future with the Nightmare Factory storyline, even though I personally didn't like it, but you could tell that this was not supposed to be that. Especially the feud between him and Ogogo. That was clearly going to be the feud that him and Aldis were supposed to have. All the way from the weigh-in into the fucking match and the way they were building it, they just they put Anthony Ogogo instead, who I believe thrived in this role anyway. Aldis wouldn't have even given 2 shits in my opinion, so I thought we ended up with a better result anyway. But everybody says he should have lost to Ogogo. Why?
Ogogo's not even a fully fledged wrestler.
Dude,
he's like a trainee.
Not to mention, Ogogo legitimately was going in for surgery after the aftermath show of Double or Nothing, so you shouldn't have given him the win. Because then he would have lost all the momentum by beating Cody. So that wouldn't have made no sense anyway, even if he should have gotten a win. But, he shouldn't have gotten a win just on the merit of he wasn't ready to get the win yet. He's so brand new, it wouldn't have made sense. He should have lost. It was fine. He lost when he should have. It's not like he was beating a fucking top star and outright burying them, which is what they're fucking trying to turn this into. Which it's not, by the way. It hasn't been. What is the actual thing? What has Cody done to get this hate? I stopped trying to fucking understand it.
You know what I believe? And this is kind of thinking about it, it's a little far-fetched, but I think this is a theory that I've been procuring. I think the reason, and I'm going to connect this with WYW in a second, I think the reason why they're giving this much hate to Cody is because he is the co-founder of the company, and people say, he's the co-founder, he should always win. Why does he need to always win? Because he's the co-founder. Well, that's like saying, all right, Michael X won the whole Gold Rush tournament to win the WYW World title at Immortal.
Right.
People will look at this and say, oh, they only gave Michael X the title is because, he's part of the show. He's the co-creator, co-founder, co-executive.
Right.
I mean, what do you expect? That people, all the guys that are part of the show, the main co-writers, are just going to lose? what's the point? Like you
keep in mind,
And even then, Nikos, the way that was built up specifically was not under the same principle at all. There was fucking 5 years of build for the match of me versus Mark Young for the second time.
Right. Here's another
5 years of build for that fucking match. Completely different.
And here's the thing of what not to fucking do also. Keep in mind the Young Bucks and even Omega at some point were losing constantly. Cody was winning all of his matches, but then he started losing all of his matches. But Cody did it right by winning his first few matches on pay-per-view first to then get a shot at the world title, inevitably lose and never be able to challenge for it again. Then he lost to MJF. Then he won the TNT title. Then he lost it to Darby. Then he lost it. Then he lost a slew of other matches.
He's pretty 50-50.
He lost
pretty
to Shaq,
50-50.
dude. Like, people forget about that. He lost in a mixed tag match to Shaq and Jane Cargill. Do people not remember that? Like, he puts people over when it's called for. I don't get the hate of why he's not putting people over when it's not called for. It wasn't called for to put QT over. I'm sorry, it wasn't. He's not the future here. The people around QT are more of the future than fucking QT Marshall is. Same thing with Cody's fucking students. He was building for the future there. That's all he was doing. It wasn't meant to fucking put QT Marshall over. I mean, Jesus. Now he's putting Malachi over. And Malachi may have lost the third match, but he didn't lose the fucking feud, and he's going to do just fine. Cody's probably going to move on to a new feud now anyway. He might have a tag match to blow this feud off completely with Pac, and he's going to fucking fight Andrade and Pac. But it's like the fans are booing him. The fans are booing him. And there are other reasons why, but then there are some fans, too, that say, oh, it's Brandy's fault. Oh, we're booing him because it's Brandy. I'm like, why? What's the issue with Brandy?
What did his wife do?
Exactly.
And you know what? I've actually found this comment in, like, videos, like, before the build for the mixed tag match between Shaq and Cargill. I found this comments that I was infuriated because you're blaming the pregnant wife who wanted to build a family for not elevating the company. Oh, she shouldn't have gotten pregnant to begin with. That's why the whole Cody Star Power thing is dying. I'm like,
that's not your fucking call, you dumb idiots.
Yeah,
that's not. Honestly, this is like the one reason that if I was ever to become a fucking professional wrestler ever in my life, I would never post on Twitter. I would never tell people my personal bullshit. Ever. Would I be the most boring individual every week? Yes. But you know what? I'll sit there right now and say, The Undertaker does it fucking right because I never see that gentleman post ever.
Until it was ruined when John Cena's like, oh, you've been posting your workout videos on your wife's Instagram. Like, did we need to know that?
And that immediately makes you go, cool, thanks for taking the scary fucking badass biker dude, fucking the undead man, and just immediately go, look at, he's a normal guy, he's a dad. It's like, that's not why we're here.
Yeah, for me, it's like, I just... Here's another thing that really infuriates me, and I've seen this fucking point of contention with...
Another one?
With Brandy, for some reason. People don't like the fact that she wants to try to get herself up top to try to be women's champion. She wants to be the women's champion because she fucking has overseen the division for a long time. I don't see the issue with that. What's the issue? Like, if you're not confident in this industry to try to get to that point, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, that's
It's
let her be
famous words of Dusty Rhodes. Then what the hell are you doing all this for?
and that's another thing, right?
Specifically words that he said to fucking Diamond Dallas Page. Then what are you doing all this for?
Exactly. And here's another thing that I don't think people understand. Brandy grew up in a very tough fucking upbringing. Like, she had to not show emotion because of the color of her skin. You know, like she wants, and now that she has a point in time where she's a star, and she has this reality show she's got with her husband now, she wants to fucking tell her story, even if it's in this form of medium.
The name of the show, All Roads Start Here.
It's actually Roads to the Top. You were close.
Oh, God, mine was way better.
Yeah, yeah, all roads lead to here. That would have been good. But no, like,
that would have been better.
People got mad
Fuck
at Brandy because Brandy is confident and Brandy's braggadocious. But that was her upbringing. She had to be that way. And I don't understand why people have an issue with that. Or I can understand if it's an off-putting thing. But when you actually put it in the perspective of why she's like that, I don't hate her as much.
James, I think it's more the fact that
I will say, by the way, her booking was atrocious when it came to the Nightmare Collective, whatever the fuck that was. But she even
I don't know what was going on with that.
She even admitted it was awful. So she admits when she fucks up. So again, I don't understand the hate with her. I think
it's more the fact. I think it's more the fact that, and this is just my personal fucking take.
Go ahead.
I think it's mostly the conceptual thing of, well, of course the president / vice president's wife has to be champion, and it's like, you guys didn't bitch about it. You guys didn't bitch about it when fucking Stephanie McMahon had the title.
Oh no, people bitched about that too. In fairness,
but like, to be fair, it's like back then, it's like, who gives you shit?
The point is, she's not champion. She hasn't even gotten anywhere close to the fucking title. She hasn't even sniffed the gold. She wants to be the champion. If you are,
no, don't lie. She took her fucking face and slammed her nose in that.
Yeah, maybe she did. I don't know. I don't know what she does on her off time. If she's slamming her nose and shit, I mean, you need.
Well, I mean, first off, she's got to go to a doctor. She's slamming her nose and shit. I mean, it's psychologically. She's got to get that figured out, man. I mean, it could be really bad. Really quick, while we're on our little tangent here, do you want to read some of the comments, or?
I already read all the comments in the break. There was only one other one where it's like, if you defend anything anyone does, it's pretty stupid. That was by Alfie. Or Alfie. I already read that. I mean, I was going to save that for when we got back to that.
I'm going to nickname him Alphys. If he doesn't like that, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Alphys. We like you, though. Thank you for
Nick Alphys.
Thank you for watching us, by the way, if you're still on there. But, yeah, I know. I don't understand the hate between Cody and the fans. I really don't. And honestly, not for nothing, but when I see people don't like Brandy, but they liked Cody, I'm not gonna lie, that just seems a tad bit racist. Just a bit. Like, because Cody is just, I mean, maybe that's what it is. Maybe people felt like, well, he's just as braggadocious as Brandy is. Why does he need a reality show? I'm like, well, because, one, they were fucking told they want another show. They want a reality show, kind of like how the WWE had. And he was like, we'll do it on the Rhodes family. So, fuck it, we'll do it on the Rhodes family. So they did it. That was number one. That was probably a TNT decision. And two, like, I don't understand the issues there. Like, let them do what they want to do. I've genuinely, non-ironically, enjoyed Rhodes to the Top because it actually shows history that I didn't even know about the Rhodes family, history that I didn't even know about Brandy history that I didn't even know about what goes on behind the scenes. Like, I didn't know all this stuff. It's
If the
really
roads,
interesting, dude.
if the roads to the top like show is in that mentality of the fans, if they think, oh, Cody Rhodes wants to create a reality show, does that mean that he's turning his back to us, to the fans, so he can work on the reality show? I mean, that's
he's becoming
no.
too Hollywood, and I'm like, dude, what do you mean too Hollywood? He's on B-level fucking shows on TBS and TNT. Like, he's not being Hollywood. Like, you want to?
He's choosing a lower paycheck than the one that he gets from the company he's working at. How smart could he be?
Fucking yeah.
People are fucking retarded. Oh my god, it is. Listen, I'm gonna sit there and say it right now. I don't even care if somebody's gonna sit there and say, "Well, Mike, that's a hot take right there."
And by the
If
way,
you honestly think, if you 100% honestly think that Cody Rhodes is not worth his weight in gold, I don't know where the fuck you've been. But he was worth his weight in gold when he was in WWE. He was worth his weight in gold when he was in fucking New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, fucking everywhere that he goes, every place that he goes to, he's worth his weight in gold.
And here's
So
one thing I want to
stop fucking sitting there and saying that he wins. Oh no, he beats somebody that nobody gives two solid shits about.
Except for Malachi, which he already lost twice to, and people are like,
exactly,
he lost the third match, and why? Look like a fucking Joe Schmo. And by the way, everybody's calling for a heel turn because they're booing him now. Okay, idiots. This ain't Roman Reigns, where Cody was getting shoved down your fucking throat every goddamn week. In fact, he's not even anywhere close to the world title because he can't be. By the way, he hasn't even gotten anywhere near the TNT title.
By design.
His first reign. So bullshit. He's not. This isn't even the same situation. And let's say he was to turn fucking heel. You know what would happen? You know what would fucking happen? And this is why I hate the toxicity sometimes with the IWC.
Toxicity.
You will fucking cheer him the minute he turns heel, and then what the fuck was the point? And by the way, who the fuck could he feud with that would make any sense for Cody to be a heel? Seriously. Who could he fucking fight?
Me. I'll show up, James, and I'll be like, you wanna throw hands, youngin'?
Like you're
not ready for me. I'll throw hands.
You have two top heels right now in MJF and Kenny Omega that have already taken up everybody else when it comes to the babyface side of things to fight. Who's left?
Agreed.
Who's left? I'm
Agreed.
sure you could fucking manufacture something. I'm sure you could find a good opponent for Cody to face if he were to turn heel, but like, that's not fucking sustainable. It's nowhere near sustainable. It's not.
I'm not sustainable.
Dude, he's struggling right now as is because he's trying to be on the show. He's trying to find something to sink his teeth into, which is why he got into the feud with Malachi Black in the fucking first place. Because otherwise he genuinely would have, like, nothing to do on the show. Like, there wouldn't even need to be a need to have him on the show. Like, I don't understand how people are misconstruing this as he wins all the time, he's always pompous and arrogant, when in reality he's just cocky and he knows his fucking weight. And he fucking beat two people that didn't need a rub. And all of a sudden, because he beat Malachi the third time out of the last three matches they had, that he immediately buried Malachi, which was another fucking thing. Like, oh yeah, he totally buried Malachi. Fucking... I don't get it. Like, think of this logically. You don't have to... It doesn't have to be a difficult thing to understand. Just think of it without fucking being blinded by hatred, blinded by bias. Just look at it logically and really ask yourself, is Cody actually unbearable? I guarantee you the answer is no. You just choose to make it that way because for some reason there's this unbridled hatred towards Cody that makes no fucking sense. Now, John Cena, I get. Roman Reigns, I get. Cody, I don't understand. I won't understand it. And there's no bias there. And there's been some stuff that Cody's done I don't necessarily agree with all the time. I remember there was a whole thing with him and OTRS that I didn't fucking like. And there were times where he goes out of line on social media that I disagree with him doing. But he hasn't done anything wrong when it comes to his public persona on television. I don't understand why people are so pissed off because he beat Malachi Black and now he's a piece of shit. Oh, and by the way, we'll talk about stands in a moment because there was a fucking video from a fan, and I think I might actually play it on the air while we're on our next break. That is, like, really just shows the low level of IQ, to be honest. Because, I mean, fuck. This guy was clearly a Malachi stan. And his account was just all Malachi, and he took the time out to make a Twitter video. That will be a fun little fucking thing to segue to. Stans. Fuck. We'll get to that. I'm sure.
Oh, dude, we're doing JoJo?
Oh, no, I'm talking not that type of stan. It ain't that fun stan.
Damn! I was gonna have fun and say we're gonna talk.
We're talking about Stalker. Or Stan.
That's even better!
Yeah, totally. Who wants to go on the commercial break? We got a second ad break.
Such a good game. I love talking about Stalker. What a good game that is for the PC.
It is a good game. But anyway, who wants to pitch to the break next? This is your guys' show.
We'll be right back after these somewhat commercialized, not commercialized messages. Don't hit that off, but don't turn off your power, fucker. I don't know. We'll go with that.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Hibiki TMD on YouTube, retro gaming, pro wrestling, podcast, Terry Bollea, Hibiki Honors, Hibiki Quickie, everything in between. Hit that subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at the Hibiki T. And hey! Watch out for pedestrians, pal! You on the bike! Slow down!
Hit that subscribe down below. Check us out at the Hibiki TMD on Twitter, Hibiki TMD on YouTube. Oh, the goddamn goodness.
A table from hell with the Psycho Asylum. An Iron Man match of factorial proportions. Man
In this fight, I will melt you down to slag.
versus machine.
I calculate a 0.85% chance that you will win in your current condition.
All metal mayhem. Colleen Horizon.
When you throw me into the wolves, I will return leading the pack.
Vera McGarden.
I'll do anything to be the warrior on top.
For the Athena title. Best friends turned bitter rivals. Johnny Star.
Don't get in the way of the star or you'll get burned.
James the Archangel.
I'm the real star of this brand.
For the international title. The Outsider Mark Young. The Executioner Michael X. For the WYW World Heavyweight title. 2 out of 3 fall.
Inside. In a hell.
In a cell. WYW Immortal. Now available on YouTube.
We have returned to grace you with our disgusting, foul presence.
We are filthy marks, apparently.
Hey, Papa Nurgle's in the house.
Jesus Christ, Nikos. All right.
Hey, if there's any Warhammer 40k members in the chat, hey, I look out for you. Praise the Emperor.
Okay.
That's so fucking good.
I have. While you guys laugh about the meme you guys have just created in a good way.
The memery.
The memery. I am going to show off a.
He's gonna show off Papa Nurgle. Oh no!
I'm gonna show off an Aleister Black stan. And I mean a stan. When was it? When would it have been? Today is the 25th, right? Okay, so this would have happened during Saturday Night Dynamite. I think it would have been. So, and this is when the video by the fan was posted. But essentially, if I can't find it, and I hope I do, I don't know why it's not here. But, basically, a fan got all pissy because Aleister Black... Alright, I found it. The fan was not a fan of Cody losing to Malachi Black, the third fucking match they had, by the way, when he won the previous two encounters. And so... Yeah, I'm hoping.
Oh boy.
I'm hoping I can. I've. See, the thing is, I don't know where the fucking actual activity status. That's what it is. Okay.
Oh, really quick, can we have a moment of silence?
Yeah.
Thanks for ruining the moment of silence, James. Thanks.
Sorry. What's the moment of
Disrespect.
silence? You didn't tell me.
Can we just have a quick moment of silence?
Oh shit! I forgot to go back on the loop page, by the way. Goddamn.
Still fucking ruining the moment of silence, James. That's also very good.
Damn it,
No, fuck. God damn it! I just dropped my soda everywhere. Fuck's sake. All right, here we go. All right, we're gonna play this. Ready?
Well, here we go.
Cody Rhodes.
Let's go.
Congrats on your victory. You dumb bitch. You stupid bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why? Tony Khan, what the fuck is wrong with you? You have
Could he
this
eat his
monster,
microphone
this
any louder?
amazing wrestler coming in called Malachi Black. You have booked him to perfection.
Hey, real quick for a second.
Oh wait, hold on, James. I'm gonna get you a version. No, hold on. Let me go through this.
No, Mike. He has to be quiet because he's in his mom's basement right now, fucking being a mark.
No, you know what he is? He's in his bedroom, right? And he realizes that if his neighbors hear him, he's gonna get kicked out of his complex.
Yeah.
So he's immediately, Cody votes, you dumb bitch.
Yeah. No, here we go.
So good. He's been amazing.
So his argument is that they've booked Malachi Black to perfection. Okay, so Cody needs to lose every single match that they decide to book him in. Maybe they didn't need to do the third match, but at the same time, Cody can't also look like a fucking schmuck. So he has to get his win back eventually. But
anyway, Joe.
Okay, so that's his argument. He shouldn't have lost. That's his argument. But continue, Red. Just to continue.
You put this unnecessary third match against Cody just for Cody to win? What the fuck is wrong with you, you dumb idiot? You childish bitch. God damn it, bro. Go back to freaking doing whatever you do with the trash Jaguars team. Freaking poverty franchise. Now you freaking...
By the way, not even the same guy.
Nope, not the
Tony Khan.
Not the same person.
Tony Khan. Tony Khan is a part of the Jaguars, not Cody Rhodes. What?
Do we need more explanation than this?
I love the fact that it's quiet rage.
Oh my god.
Like, he's not screaming. He's so quiet. He's so fucking like, let me tell you something, okay? You stupid bitch. Alright? I want you to understand. You stupid bitch. It's like, what?
Dude,
You speak up. I can't hear you.
It's so insane, dude. Continuing.
You're president of a poverty company. Fuck.
What?
Wait, his company creates poverty, or his company is poverty? I'm very confused on what he's trying to say.
I'm gonna replay that.
I want no, really quick. I want somebody to clip this and send it to him, because I would love to hear what he would say back. I need to hear it. I need it because I want to know if he'll. I want to know. I want to. No. I want to know. Hear me out. If he would do the exact same fucking thing over again. Let me tell you something, okay?
By the way, there's apparently 2 of these audio messages. I guess we gotta get to the second one, because I didn't hear about this.
President of a poverty company. Fuck you.
What does that mean?
You're a president of a poverty company.
Apparently, he's a president of a poverty company. So I don't know.
A company that creates. But does it create poverty, or does he like? I don't get where he's going. How do you manufacture poverty? That's kind of
the
like
US
you can't.
Government?
We need to go to the labs with this.
I don't know.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, what is my ringtone?
You
like it's so extra. He definitely pegs. First off, like 100%, he definitely pegs. I like the way. Like, listen, I'll kiss Kuzan, and I'll say that right now. Me and Kuzan, big makeout session. I don't even give a shit.
Oh yeah, big time.
But big time. Oh yeah. But fucking just the fact that he's like, okay, like, why am I listening to the beginning promo package to Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan? Make the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah,
what the fuck are you
what
saying?
It feels like, and it's nonsensical too, because you just called them a poverty company. I don't know. I think he meant AEW, by the way. Poverty company. What? I don't fucking.
Do they make poverty? Do they invent poverty? Are they poverty?
I don't know.
Or are you saying that the company that is run by fucking Tony Khan's father is in poverty?
Or are you saying
Tony
that the
Khan
people
that runs
who
it. That's a misconception,
saying,
by the way.
Or are you saying that the people who watch AEW are living in poverty?
Which based upon his mic, based upon his mic quality of him consuming his iPhone fucking earbud, yeah, I'd probably say so.
Yeah, probably. It gets better.
I'm surprised it didn't end with him chewing. I swear to God.
Yeah, this is toxic, but at least it's entertaining. But
the toxicity.
Let's hear the rest of this toxic rant.
Oh no!
Such dickheads, man. Man, I'm so fucking mad.
So angry.
God, what is wrong with you guys, man?
Is he crying? No, I didn't even catch that. Hold on, whoa, no, hold on.
What is wrong with you guys, man? You're such idiots, bro.
He was crying for a second, or he just was whining and fake crying. I don't know. That sounds bad. Look, guy, I'm gonna just tell you a secret, okay?
Nobody gives a fuck.
Really like Malachi Black. Let me just tell you. Malachi's going to be fine. He'll be on TV next week.
James, I'm getting triggered. I'm getting triggered. Don't say words to me.
Like, what was the point of the third match? He beat him 2 times! Twice! Malachi destroyed him twice! Yeah, he cheated in the second one. Who cares? Who cares? Oh, just because Arn Anderson wanted a third match? Who cares about Arn Anderson, washed up old man?
Arn Anderson. Arn the Glock Anderson. Arn Aloha Arn Anderson.
Yeah. No,
The
it gets better. It gets better.
Just because it's a Glock. Who cares about this motherfucker?
Just because he has a Glock. No, he didn't have a Glock. He was doing Kenny Omega's taunt. That doesn't mean he has a Glock, bro.
No, it's just a meme
just
that everybody keeps doing.
Just turn heel. Nobody likes you. Your wife doesn't even like you.
What?
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 She goes home with me.
Wait a minute.
You hear me? Your wife doesn't even like you. She goes home with me.
Everybody, this Stan account just broke some breaking news. It is now reported Brandy Rhodes doesn't even like Cody Rhodes. So apparently the reality show, them being a couple, them having a kid, legitimately is apparently all for show. Breaking news, everyone! Breaking news! Get out the pitchforks!
Doll. The baby is a doll. It's fake.
Fake news. It's fake news.
He looked.
I'm telling
This
you right
genius.
now,
He
it's
looked.
absolutely
James.
fake news.
This fucking genius looked through the Matrix. He saw the line of code that we did not see. He's so smart. Really quick though, what a fucking dirty mark.
Jesus, man.
God, there's so many smudges around this shit. Even cleaning it with a dirty rag to be able to clean this.
Oh, it gets better. Because we're not even covering all the fucking bases here when it comes to fans here. We'll get to a video that covers that in a minute.
Nobody watches Rose to the Top. Because you're not on the top, bro. You're at the bottom, you dumb bitch.
Didn't you just defeat your whole point here, by the way? You just did. So if he's at the bottom, then that means he's not at the top, which means that Malachi is going to be fine and Cody needed the win. So he shouldn't have not had he should have had the match just to get even with Malachi somehow. So he just completely devalued his point.
Fucking Arn Anderson, old man Anderson. He's so old.
Fucking headache right now. And to everybody making fun of me, just going through my DMs, just spamming LL. That haha, LMAO. Fuck you guys. You guys are bitches too.
Hey, chat, can we get an L in the chat?
Can we get an L in the chat?
I
don't think there's anybody in the chat, ironically enough. Oh wait,
There is one. Can we put Arn Anderson's Glock in the chat?
Shut your ass down. Go to sleep. Give us all a break. Shut your ass down. Go to sleep. Give us all a break. Shut your.
Oh, good one, boy.
And it's
good one.
It goes hashtag mental health matters. That's perfect. Fucking posted that clip of JR on Dark Side. Fucking good shit. Good shit.
That is phenomenal. Holy shit.
It says one.
This.
Like, where's
this?
Two?
Where's part? There's a part 2?
I thought there was. I think it's just glitched. I think it's just Twitter being a dick. Okay. So that's one fan, right? Oh, let me show you.
Oh, there's more!
So there's fans. There's fans of certain wrestlers. Wrestlers, right? Wait until you see fans of companies and how toxic that can be. Oh, this is a fucking good one.
Posted.
This is fucking phenomenal. Where's Corporate Kane? Is Corporate Kane gone? No, I just fucking spelled his name wrong like an idiot, probably. I think it's
When did this become an episode of content and fucking review?
I have to show this because this fucking proves this is so in line with what we're talking about.
What is the Daniel Bryan thank you letter thing?
Yeah. This I want to just go by.
Do you want to grow your YouTube channel?
Shut up, Tubi. You fucking scared.
Yes.
By the way, I found out they actually were the reason my channel got hacked. By the way, Tubi. So Tubi. So fuck that. Fuck them too.
Oh, fuck them.
Me and my uncle had a conversation a few.
Okay, this is hilarious. By the way, this guy is genuinely hilarious. So everything he says,
his uncle,
is pure satire, minus the stuff that's actually being quoted, is by serious people that were really, really upset. So we saw fans of pro wrestlers, right? Here's fans of companies.
Me and my uncle had a conversation a few weeks ago, and my uncle is someone that I respect very much. He's been through some very tough times over the course of his life, and he's a wise old man who can teach you a huge amount from the experiences that he had. And during our conversation, he put his hand on my shoulder and gave me some advice he knew I would never forget. But I don't care, I wasn't listening, because I got a text that shook me to my core. I pushed my uncle down the stairs, I ran outside to tell the world the news I had just received. Daniel Bryan has betrayed us, the WWE Universe. The enemy is laughing at us, my blood is boiling. So it's time to go on Daniel Bryan's Instagram and see if anyone feels the same way that I do.
His Instagram. You heard that, right? This is on his Instagram.
So I have heard the news today. To spend my life upon this one. When arms were
Here we go.
So some people seem pretty happy with the rumors that are unfolding at the minute. Some not so much. Please don't go. Don't go to AEW, please. Don't go, D-Bry. What happened to loyalty? Remember when Tamer, Sean, Hunter stuck it out during the Monday Night Wars and WWE prevailed?
What the fuck's Tamer?
That's actually weird how he mentions
Taker. It's supposed to be Taker.
Yeah, I know it's
Tamer.
I don't know, man. Lion Tamer?
Ladies and gentlemen, please proofread your shit.
It's called the autocorrect.
Sean, Hunter stuck it out during the Monday Night Wars and WWE prevailed.
Shunter.
That's actually weird how he mentions that, because I remember back in 1993, I was there when riots used to break out after Mean Mark Callis and Terror Rising decided to go and be traitors to WCW. It really shook the wrestling landscape, so I agree, loyalty is very important. Brian, what the hell? We thought you were going to come back to WWE and get your revenge for what Roman Reigns did to you. Everybody on the AEW is not going to do the yes movement. Only WWE can. Why? AEW kind of boring. Yeah, I agree. It basically puts me to sleep. Traitor. Please don't go to LBG. LOL, homophobic?
What?
I'm hating on AEW because it's trash. It's also extremely PC, hence why it's part of the Labels Club known as I couldn't be arse, lads, I'm sorry. Please don't join AEW. Not because it's bad, but because of being loyal to WWE for supporting you after coming out of retirement.
They weren't supporting him, though. Bro. Keep in mind, this is all on his Instagram. There's only
so
one way
I
you can
have
comment this
heard the news today. Daniel Bryan is a traitor. Who would have suspected that the company that broke his fucking neck, he just went, I'm not doing that shit ever again.
Who would have expected the company that treated him like a B+ player who was fucking phenomenal on the indies, who broke his neck for 2 belts only to relinquish it the night later? Oh, I fucking he's not loyal to the company. He's a traitor.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse, dude.
Daniel Bryan versus Baron Corbin or Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega. If that is not an argument for staying in WWE, then I don't know what is. Don't go to AEW, please. Don't go to AEW. Don't go to AEW. LOL, without WWE, you're just an indie guy. That's true. I mean, without WWE, he's pretty much just the lad who lost to Kid Cool in Butlins. There's a bunch of...
That's going back a ways, bro. That was like when he was first starting out.
Yeah. Without WWE, Daniel Bryan is nothing. I would say Pro Wrestling Guerrilla would say otherwise when he has had 5-star fucking matches against several well-known WWE fucking alumni.
Lance Storm was a match he had. Match of the year was in fucking Ring of Honor. Just saying.
Spoiled WWE fanboy crybabies on this thread, SMH. If true, good luck in the AEW, Brian. You did what's best for you and your family. Shut the fuck up. This lad seems to be a little bit sad about what's happened. Quite a bit sad, now that I think about it. Very sad, actually. Devastated, I suppose is the word that I'd use. Heartbroken. Traumatized. That's not fair. You leave WWE. WWE and you gave us so much unforgettable moments. Daniel Bryan, that is not good. He'd be more successful if he goes to WWE, but whatever.
That was like the most awesome fucking I'm disappointed comment I've ever seen.
I want Daniel Bryanson to join company that, like I do, yes. Sorry, I'm trying to recreate a Twitter fucking tweet.
Dude, this is on
just to
Instagram.
see how accurate that.
That's not even on Twitter.
That's even worse.
I know. Oh, it gets better. It gets better.
No, he wouldn't. He's nothing left to do there. Shut up, AEW, Mark. You broke
in all caps, bro.
Broke my heart. Please come to WWE. But if you're happy going to AEW, then okay. Sorry. But from now onwards, I hate you. You leave WWE for AEW, you got everything in WWE. And now you betray them. I'm sorry for my words, but it's a emotion. Good luck.
Yep.
Okay, can we talk about the literal worst fucking way to type on the internet? And that's the dots in your sentence. It's one thing when you're trying to use it as a pause of emotion while you're talking, right? It's another thing when you are probably 15, 16, 17, 27, 30, and you're still writing with ... like you're in fucking middle school.
Okay,
I
can't even judge
almost like
that.
we know someone who writes like that.
Hold on 1 second. I do write like this.
Only idiots write like that, right, James? Only fucking morons write with ... at the end of their sentence.
Hold on. No, I'm not having this. I'm not having this.
You intelligence traitor.
First off, I actually see. Here's the difference between this guy and me.
Illiterate. Go right ahead.
Spell for the most part better than this guy. I don't think we can fucking deny that.
I thought you were about to say, James. I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were gonna say betterer for a minute.
I use ellipses to break up sentences a lot of the time, as if I'm actually talking. That's typically how I do shit anyway, and how I speak. I just think of, okay, if I'm speaking in a certain way, how do I convey that in writing? So that's why I use a lot of ellipses, give or take. This guy, I mean, he was clearly distraught, so he just thought, oh, let me use ellipses, but then he goes on this fucking, not capitalize his I, use a lowercase u instead of spelling out you. Again, doesn't even use an for emotion. It's an emotion, and then spells good, G-U-D.
This is text writing. Like, DM writing.
Yeah.
Like, as an English major, I feel somewhat triggered by this writing.
Dude, I actually use ellipses, but at least I fucking spell. Like, this guy uses ellipses to fucking separate his emotions, but then can't even spell the fucking word you.
How dare you? You left WWE? I hate you. You went to a company that was going to offer you more money? Traitor! Yeah. What the calm down, Kylo Ban, okay?
Uh-huh.
I don't
It's
know how to
Kylo
react
Bane.
now. Happy you're coming back from
No,
that emotion.
it's
good luck.
It's Kylo Sharma. Apparently.
Ritwick Sharma 1102. Oh, thank you very, very to Brian Danielson. I cannot believe you're such a fucking traitor. You will not be allowed to my. Oh, somebody's gonna hit us with the race card, but to be honest, we don't even. To be honest, though, we don't even know what his race is. So who gives a shit?
Yeah. Who the fuck honestly knows? I'm hoping I'm correct.
I really hope so.
Now, happy you're coming back to wrestling, or feel furious you're leaving WWE for AEW. But he's in the final years of his career.
Hopefully the first one. Hopefully the first one.
Yeah, hopefully. I think you have problems if you're mad about him.
I want to fucking throw a baby because Brian Danielson decided to go to AEW. Traitor.
I mean, I don't understand what's the hate. I mean, he already did his thing in WWE. I mean, what? He's supposed to stay there forever?
Yes.
You literally don't have the opportunity to just switch channels.
Nope.
Nikos, can you do me a favor? Could you do that? But could you do it like the version from the movie Sandlot?
Well, which one?
The forever. That fucking bit.
Forever. 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 Ever.
Oh, we're gonna get better. It gets better, by the way.
Dream matches in AEW and MPW and other places which you couldn't get in WWE. What?
I think he meant MLW, by the way.
What's MPW? Right. Well, apparently it's Millennium Pro Wrestling, based in California, and there's plenty of dream matches there for Daniel Bryan against. Yeah. Anyway, why? Just why? You are my idol. I'm destroyed. Not like you care. How could you betray us, WWE fans that have waited and been with you since the beginning? No AEW, hell no! If you sign for AEW, you will remain to me the greatest traitor in history. Funny you should say that, because I actually found an article here called The 10 Worst Traitors in History. It's got a wide variety of traitors here, interesting to look at. There's Judas from the Chris Jericho song, and plenty of other traitors too. Here's an interesting one. Vidkun Quisling, if I'm pronouncing that right, a Norwegian diplomat and former Minister of Defense, launched a coup to seize control of the Norwegian government during the Nazi invasion of Norway. He became the minister-president of his regime and the Nazis' puppet government in Norway. Hated and reviled by the people of Norway, a country that had relatively few Nazi collaborators, he was arrested and executed for carrying out Germany's final solution in Norway. His name has become synonymous with collaborator or traitor in both Norwegian and English. That's obviously really interesting, but I'm trying to find... Oh, here we go. Daniel Bryan left one wrestling company after his contract expired, then worked for another one. So, there you go.
I'm surprised there's this much hate on Bryan.
Yeah.
Compared to fucking Adam Cole, baby. Like,
Adam Cole got the shit out of the stick too. He just doesn't give a fuck.
No, because why would he? It's like, oh, what are you smarks gonna do? Roast me on Twitter?
This was unrelenting. You want to know why Daniel Bryan was talking positively about the WWE? You're about to find out why in a minute. Because again, I stress this was on his fucking Instagram.
Perhaps there's a bit of merit to what this lad is saying. WWE.
Hang on, before we continue, can we just talk about that one thing regarding to Adam Cole, where I think the biggest thing that involved, just the toxicity of fans, is not just the toxicity of fans, but it's normally the toxicity of, like, the people behind the WWE. And I specifically remember, James, I think you might remember this too. Do you remember the Pat McAfee interview with Adam Cole, where Cole just lost his shit?
Yeah, well,
because,
actually, yeah, I do.
Because McAfee said, "Oh, you're a small guy," and I'm like, compared to Pat McAfee, who was a failed football player, now commentator.
Well, in fairness, that was also a work, but yeah, I could see how that looks bad. I don't know why they decided to fucking...
And Cole, whether this was a work or not, he was fucking pissed. And it just goes to show, why would he continue wasting his life there when if Pat McAfee thinks that he's small, then everyone else watching, the fans of both McAfee or whatever, see that as, oh, he's small. Yet they're all incredible in their own way. It's just that there's this chain that forces them down the card, down the pile, where compared to the indies that they've worked with, they are just so naturally talented, but when you get to main roster, they're just so underdeveloped only because the politics tell you, oh yeah, they're small time. They're not like us, because we have names, yet no one knows who you are.
And that's why nobody gets over. That's why nobody gets over on the main roster. That's why you're better off leaving and going somewhere else, especially.
And the reason for Brian here, yeah, he was a name when he's in the indies, but when he went to WWE, let's be honest, the real reason people liked Brian was because of one thing and one thing only, the yes movement.
And even then, that's because he was so gifted in the ring anyway, and his indie work helped him get to that point that people immediately gravitated towards him anyway. So, I mean...
And when he finally gets his WrestleMania moment, people are like, all right, can we see him do that again, like every single WrestleMania where he gets the win? I'm like, Brian doesn't have to win just for your movement, just for your appeasement. He can win, but just not all the time. Like, Brian is not some sort of... Like, Brian is not like a... Let's take an example. The chocolate assembly line and the cancerous fans are like the end of it, just with their mouths open.
Oh, dude, we'll get to that. Just let's finish up this video because it's almost done anyway.
There you go. Perhaps there's a bit of merit to what this lad is saying. WWE only. You got everything you wanted, then you signed with AEW? Chill, bro. Way to go. Not gonna lie, I lost respect for you, man. WWE gave you everything you wanted. You said you were going to stop wrestling to be with your family. Now you're going to WWE's top competitor, even though in global ratings, they ain't close to WWE. Alright. I lost all respect for Brian.
By the way, since this is audio form, he just showed them beating WWE's third brand, and he also showed all the network TV deals that they were getting on this video, so yeah. Good one. Nice.
Yeah, alright. I lost all respect for Brian. Same here, that trading little fucker. That Forex trading piece of shit. I thought he'd go to Impact Wrestling, but never mind. Daniel Bryan is all elite. I mean, you never know. Some big signings could sway him to go to Impact, but we'll wait and see. If you signed with AEW, your career is done. My dream was to see Daniel Bryan at live WrestleMania. My ringtone is the March of the Valkyrie. If you leave...
I'm sorry, what was that? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, wait, what? Wait, hold the fuck up, what? Hold on a second. Back the literal and physical bust the fuck up for a minute. What? Hold on a second. Who says what now? What says who? The fuck?
My ringtone is March of the
How much? No, hold on. Pause. How much of a dirty fucking WWE smart cunt do you have to be to have a pro wrestler's theme as your fucking ringtone?
What is this, fucking 2005?
Like, come the fuck on, yo.
It's the fact that it doesn't even say ringtone. My ringtone. My ringtone is the march, not the flight, the march of the Valkyrie. As in IRIE. What the fuck?
This is WWE. This is your audience. They can't spell. Give me a moment,
to see Daniel Bryan in a live WrestleMania. Dude, fucking just... By the way, I can't give you a moment. We've gone through all our breaks, bro. My ringtone is March of the Valkyrie. Okay.
It's Flight of the Valkyrie.
With a Y, by the way, which is nowhere in the fucking Valkyrie.
See Daniel Bryan in a live WrestleMania. My ringtone is the March of the Valkyrie. If you leave, you'll never be Daniel Bryan again. Please don't go. The Yes Movement needs you. Bro.
But he is Daniel Bryan, retard! He's Bryan fucking Danielson! That's his fucking name! You stupid retard! Jesus fucking Christ, do I hate WWE fans some days. Fuck me! They can't spell, they can't see. Jesus fucking Christ!
Dude, they can't see behind all the shit stinking smell that surrounds them. Like, for
Hold
fuck's
on,
sake.
no, keep going, right?
Please don't go. The Yes Movement
Fuck
needs
me!
Hang on. The Yes Movement needs you. Anywhere, any wrestling IP, show, promotion, they're all gonna have the Yes Movement. When fucking CM Punk mentioned Bryan, or like a tease of Bryan, the whole crowd was chanting yes. That doesn't mean that it only happens in WWE. The Yes Movement is worldwide.
The Yes Movement started in UFC! It didn't even start in WWE. It started in UFC. I don't even know the fighter that started it, but it was in the UFC.
See, how you know that James is getting passionate about it? Did you just hear his voice jump?
Yeah, I did.
Stupid. That's why. It's
This is
in the UFC.
This is the audience that they pander to every week. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well,
if I was WWE and I saw that on Instagram, I would immediately go, all right, so we're going to be closing up shop really soon. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We're done.
I wonder sometimes. Here's another thing,
dude. This is their punishment for going PG. It's for the kids, motherfucker. Do you know what kids are doing these days? They can't spell. They can't see. They play Fortnite and teabag opponents while fucking threatening to bone your mom. That's your audience.
Nikos, that's incredible. I want that on a t-shirt.
Hold on. It gets better.
Bro.
And you heard it here first. You heard it here first, folks.
The fucking Fruity Pebble movement is still continuing.
Oh, it gets worse.
Why Brie boobs are bigger? No.
What?
That was, honestly, the breakup, the bullshit, that was funny, but still fucking creepy. Why Bree's boobs are bigger?
Why are her tits so huge?
I don't, by the way,
Boobs are bigger. No way, dude. Are you really doing this? Please don't go back to AEW. Now the crowd is back in WWE, please come back. It's a request from a true WWE fan.
Why don't you go to AEW then? Like, honestly, and this is the problem I've always had with when CM Punk and Bryan Danielson went to AEW. If you
if you're truly a fan of the wrestler, you'll go to wherever they're gonna go to regardless. Like
you're not a fan of WWE. You're just a fan of the wrestler. That's two different things.
The toxicity.
It's not even.
They couldn't see the writing on the walls.
Dude, it's not even consistent. Dude, if they could see the writing on the walls, they wouldn't even be able to fucking read it anyway.
Well,
they'd all be Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, if he's a true WWE fan, you can't really deny that. WWE is the clown show. Raw is the world's biggest shitty company.
I mean, he's
great.
Wrong, but fuck, the spelling's still fucked. Spelling's still fucked, my guy.
Go to AEW. Okay, hear me out. New Japan Pro Wrestling, a company 1 billion times better than gay EW.
Yep.
Gay EW.
Yep.
Got him. I see everyone here says go All Elite Wrestling or Impact Wrestling, but what if he goes to Lucha Libre? Or New Japan Pro Wrestling? Oh, it's AAA. Right, that makes more sense now with the Instagram handle.
For the record, I mean, he can now because he's in AEW. I mean, just saying.
Daniel Bryan, please come join WWE NXT. Please come on, bro. Please come to WWE NXT.
What's the difference if he goes to NXT? It's still the same.
Oh my god, yeah. Please go to WWE NXT. This is before 2.0 relaunch, by the way.
people are
retarded.
I was gonna find a nice way to say that, but sure, we'll just roll with that.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, we could say it because I'm fully autistic, so I don't give a shit. Yeah, they're fucking.
The autism.
I should know. I detect that shit daily.
You can't win versus Tribal Chef.
Oh!
That's where it comes from.
The Tribal Chef.
Tribal Chef, dude. He's the table of food right here.
They can't fucking spell!
Dude, if you're...
How retarded is this fucking promotion?
Oh, by the way, hold on 1 second, ready?
More than you'd think, Nico.
Here's the thing.
Less than you know.
Here's the thing that made me realize. This fucking one botch in grammar made me realize exactly what Roman is. Ready? So he's the tribal chief. He puts quote-unquote food on the table. That's his gimmick. So he's the table of food. He is truly the tribal chef, but you know what he is more than anything else? He's literally just the main character of Meet the Fockers. Think about it.
Go on.
Think about it.
Go on.
Fucking puts food on the table. He fucking is the man of the house. He causes strife with his family. It's just Meet the Fockers in WWE form.
I have nipples, Roman. Are you gonna milk me?
I see, James, and I raise you one glass of what the fuck?
It's so true.
Like, we went from an era, I just want to put in perspective, an era where Stone Cold beer washes his boss, and fucking The Rock beats Mick Foley in the head with a chair for what feels like 20 minutes.
Yep.
To tits and ass.
To tits and ass time period. To...
Oh my god, I got it.
Tribal Chef.
I got it.
Go ahead.
The current toxicity of AEW fans are just the remnants of the fans from the Attitude Era.
Probably.
Tribal Chef?
Where's the lamb sauce?
Hold on, I think I found the person who started all this, the person who influenced Daniel Bryan to make this decision. You were robbed tonight. It took Jay and Roman to beat you. Go to AEW where you'll get better treatment.
A guy who, apparently it's still real to him, damn it.
Hope you break your neck again so you can be with the company who doesn't care.
Oh, fuck. That was the roughest one. That actually wasn't even funny. That was just
Yikes, buddy. Holy Nikes.
Like, dude, get fucked. Seriously. You shouldn't be waiting down on anybody.
I will offer myself up. Break my neck.
So overall, a wide range of reasonable and measured responses on what is a picture of Daniel Bryan gardening with his daughter.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No. No.
Yes.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Yep. That's
What
what
the
the whole Flame War was about. Just him planting a tree with his little daughter.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yep. Oh, dude. Hold on. Let's just replay that so people understand the gravity of the situation for a second.
Doesn't care. So overall, a wide range of reasonable and measured responses on what is a picture of Daniel Bryan gardening with his daughter.
It was him celebrating Earth Day, by the way.
What the fuck is wrong with you people? What the fuck?
Bro, wait. So, all the...
Are you fucking serious right now? No. We're not... No. We're not fucking just gonna, like, jump over that. No. That's not happening this time. You disgusting, dirty motherfuckers. Really? Really, your pettiness cannot go past the point of a dude just trying to fucking have some quality time with his kid and attempts to show it to the world? Are you fucking that much a scumbags? I hope all you fucking 12-year-olds get on a bus and that motherfucker decides to drive off a cliff. You fucking assholes. Every single one of you should have been fucking swallowed before birth. I swear to God. You pathetic fucking moms of human beings are nothing but garbage. You're fucking garbage-ass human beings. I have never seen such disrespect in my fucking life from a bunch of kids. Get fucked and do me a favor and get back in the unemployment line, you disgusting fucks.
Do you want to grow your YouTube?
I had to play the song after that rant because that was.
Like, I can't believe. Like, I cannot believe this shit. I hope somebody.
Oh, I know.
Really? Yeah. Like, fucking really? Like, we're that immature. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah.
So, you know, I hate to tell you children out there, but wrestling is not the world. Yeah. Hate to tell you, it's not. There's other forms of entertainment. The fact that this is yours is fantastic. Congratulations, you found the thing that you really like. But you fucking do not get the right, as somebody who enjoys the product, to go on somebody's personal fucking Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, social media link, and immediately jump in to ruin whatever that fucking image was supposed to be about. It was supposed to be a celebration of a gentleman with his fucking daughter on a holiday that he truly believes in. And you decide to ruin it so that way you can talk about your pathetic ass fucking bullshit that doesn't matter. I cannot wait for the day where most of these kids and adults grow the fuck up and realize that this shit doesn't fucking matter.
Yep. Oh, by the way, you think it's bad there? We just covered two types of fan. The stan who just fucking freaks out on everybody. The fan who is a fan of the corporation. Now let's just talk about this shit. I'm only going to play a couple minutes of this video because...
It's been a long time since I've last made one of these videos. A year and a half, almost. And after recording this video, I remember why I stopped making them to begin with. Nevertheless... Have you ever wanted to seduce Liv Morgan? Well, in this video, we find out how to do just that by analysing the masters of seduction. Liv Morgan's Instagram comment section.
Wait, oh no. Hold on.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yep.
No. Just no.
This fucking legit exists. Again, I'm only playing the first minute.
Hang on, does this feature the fan that kept carrying signs that says "Marry me, Liv Morgan," or is that Alicia?
It's one thing when you do harmless shit like that. This is beyond that. Trust me. Oh, it's much worse.
Again.
Oh, nothing is worse than touching Alexis Bat's butt.
Yeah.
Beautiful lady. That
Don't even get me started on that asshole. Fucking kid.
Hair makes
Mike, do you know about that?
I don't get.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a yes then.
Full kid. Full on kid just
Beautiful
smacked
lady.
the ass of a woman. No fucking repercussions, I'm sure, for that kid.
No, she just gave him a dirty look. Like,
that
are
hair
you
makes
fucking
her
me?
look sexier. So nice and sexy. Yep. Nice pick. I like to hear.
What? Wait.
What?
Wait, what?
Nice pick. I like to hear.
Nice pick. I like to hear. What? No, I'm not gonna ask questions.
Loads of love hearts and emojis, of course. My princess, I love you, Liv Morgan. I will love you forever, Liv. My best friend. Aww. Oh. They're not best friends, are they? So cute and sexy. Love your style and swag. I haven't heard the word swag since 2013, and even then, that's pushing it. I don't actually know how to verbalize that, if I'm being honest. I will marry you, but if you want, can your sexy self take me for a ride? Wish she stop eating that blue candy when she comes out, she'd be more beautiful. Everyone dies, but not everyone live.
Leave
What?
Morgan,
Hello,
please,
gorgeous.
fart on
so
screen.
Beautiful. How about a kiss, baby?
Oh!
Too sexy girl. So sexy. Yummy. Followed by, of course, one of the big sex offender emojis. Looking Grant there. Is Grant a positive adjective? I think. I don't know. This is Mandy Ross, or I have a problem in my east. I just love your sexy lips and eyes. You look pretty, sexy, beautiful.
These are simps, bro.
Sexy. Woo. Scrumptious.
I'm sorry, I wasn't ready for the scrumptious line. Oh, holy!
I hope their mother. I hope their mothers find this.
I really, you know what, Mike? So do I.
Sexy. Woo.
Oh, Ric Flair is in Twitter.
Hello, Live Morgan. This is Richard. Congratulations on WWF. I'm here for you, my future wifey. I've been waiting for you since day 100, 100, 100, 100. I love you, Liv Morgan. You so sexy. You're simply just amazing.
Dude, when did this
Outside
become a
inside,
2021
Liv Morgan.
remake
Too
of
few are
Perfect
beautiful on the
Blue?
inside these days. Inside, I bet you're just as beautiful as you are outside. Beauty personified. How do you know what our insides look like? That's just fucking weird.
Corporate Kane, yeah. That was a good line. Good shit.
No. Holy cow. Simply stunning. I'm not reading that. I'm just not reading that.
Hang on, wait. She's not reading it, but we are.
Oh, we are.
What?
OMG,
oh my god.
Are you wearing pantyhose? Yummy.
Oh, no. James, allow me, good sir.
Go ahead.
Oh my god, are you wearing pantyhose?
Yummy.
I hope this fucking person gets their dick chopped off in a fucking microwave. I swear to God. This is the type of person that should never breed. That's all it is.
Dude, this is the type of person that goes around their neighborhood saying, "Hello, I am a registered sex offender."
You're saying he as if it's some sort of cute saying. You're just being a weirdo, like.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. Oh
Can I?
God, it gets worse.
Cannot touch your butt.
Oh my God, it's actually getting worse, but it's also getting even more funny because they think they have a chance.
So delicious. You need something hot to melt that frozen heart. When are you coming back, gorgeous? Big ass belly. Nice blue tongue. Sexy Liv. You can give me a hug and kiss. Wow. She is so lucky, man. I love you. Don't be sad. You know what? You look like someone I know.
Yeah, the fucking body pillow in my room.
Yep.
Oh fuck, lads! It's an emergency! It's an emergency! There is a hottie alert apparently, which requires a siren emoji. I can only assume it's an emergency, so everyone be on high alert.
Nice.
I hate this. I hate that I got to do this today. Yeah. I really do. I have my faith in humanity is gone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim. Single-handedly.
Dude, we went from talking about tribalism to toxic fans to now just simping fans.
This is toxic. Is that wrong though? It's
hate
fucking
this.
toxic.
No, I fucking hate this. I hate this a lot. I hate this a lot. I have a taste. There is a taste. There is a taste in my mouth that's like a mix of puke and fucking vomit at the same time.
Yeah.
I hate this. This is fucking gross. I really hope that these people do not believe in the concept of submissive and breedable, because they will never, ever do that.
No, never in a million years will they ever do that.
It's one thing to be a fan of. I think she looks really great in her new outfit. It's another thing to fucking straight up be just a creepy asshole.
Or a simp. Or what's even more creepy is to letting your child tell your child, hey, go grab her ass while she's walking. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I don't even know.
You have a wife. And you're letting your child do that?
He might as well have been arrested for pedophilia straight up, that guy. Seriously.
Hey, kiddo, you know what would really grind my gears? If you touch Liv Morgan's ass.
Well, this was Alexa Bliss. I think that's what he's talking about. The kid who fucking Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I'll touch your bum, my sweet.
Dude, here's the thing. So we talked about a fucking fucking range of toxic fan, right?
I hate all of them equivalently, like children.
Yeah.
You know when parents say I can never choose between my kids? No, that's the kid I'm leaving at the bottom of the fucking ditch.
This is why
That's the one I...
Here's the thing.
That's the one I hope that isn't born.
And it goes back to what we said earlier. Like, it'd be one thing if wrestling was just viewed by so many people, which it's not anymore. It's not, right? And this type of shit that goes on in the IWC, from the tribalism shit to the constant bickering to the fucking the fucking hating wrestlers for very little reason, if any at all, to fucking marking out for your own wrestler and nobody else, to literally being a mark for any company whatsoever and not giving anyone else a chance. And then going on their Instagram posts and commenting the tribalism, or just being a genuine creepy fuck on Instagram, Twitter, or what have you. This type of shit pushes people away from the industry. It really does. And I don't think you people understand. This is the whole reason the video was being made today. Is because this type of shit is not good for the internet wrestling community. It's not good for wrestling as a whole, period. You are literally regressing any progress that any wrestling company is fucking making! Is that clear? Okay, cool.
I hope it is. And it's not just in wrestling, too. It's any and all media, music, video games, movies, shows.
I'll be honest with you, and I'm going to be real with you. I've seen other industries, and I think Mike has seen a lot more other industries than me. Nothing is equivalent to how bad this fucking toxicity is in wrestling. Nothing compares.
Nikos, here's the whole thing. We've talked about the Neil Druckmann thing, to a fucking ridiculous extent.
Yes, we have.
To the point that we have talked about it so much that there are literal series of videos that you could probably cut together and make one super video, which James, I believe you did, of all the times that we talked about the Druckmann.
Yeah, the Druckmann saga.
Yeah.
Yes, that was because of the news that we heard about a product that we were really interested in because it looked very good at the time, and it's still a very good game. It's just as a story, it's fucking god-awful.
Correct.
That's my opinion, and I'm going to stick to it no matter what. I played it for the gameplay, and that was literally it. Other than that, I think there's a lot of story beats that have issues. However, gaming fans, you know where we get to be superior in the market? Because, oh no, this game's bad? That sucks. Cool. I can't wait for literally a month, a week, and a brand new one comes out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but then there was people that you also did a fucking thing where you had to defend Druckmann 2 at one point. When we
because people were doing this. Because people were doing this.
People were doing shit similar to this.
And people were threatening the person's lives.
Yep, people's lives, voice actors' lives, even Druckmann's life. They were fucking calling him the worst type of shit imaginable. It was very similar to this.
I think he's a not that talented writer. But I have the right to my opinion on the matter. I really do. I do have the right on that.
Right.
But I'm not going to go to the guy's fucking house and go after his family because that's fucking retarded. You gotta have a fucking mindset of just pure stupidity to think that that's okay.
Yep.
And if there's anybody who is a fan of our shows, which is thank you for showing your support and being on this. That's great. That's fantastic.
Yes, thank you.
I love that you care enough to support us in more than one way. But if you're doing this, please go to another channel.
Yeah, seriously, I have no tolerance for shit like
that. I know
that.
that can seem like I'm trying to get rid of an audience that's currently there, but this is just not cool.
I'd rather
guys.
have no audience than have this kind of audience. I'm gonna be honest with you people. I'm serious. Now I know nobody is like that, and at least in our small circle. But hopefully it gets bigger. But if it gets bigger, I don't want this kind of shit. I don't. And this is why a lot of people even fear of going on social media in the fucking first place. Do you fucking blame them?
Couldn't see why. Don't understand where you're coming from on that, James. No idea whatsoever. Leave? Why would they do that? It's that stupid ass part of the human brain that blows me away. Ooh, if I talk to her real sexy, she'll really want to I don't know, hold my hand, put her head on my shoulders. And in full honesty, she has no idea who the fuck you are at all. Yeah. She never will. And doing this type of shit just out of ooh, I wonder if I could say something that would encourage her. Hey there. Shitty person. Fuck, I fucked that up. Hey there.
It's just Dennis.
You look terrible. Damn.
He's just a Dennis. Seriously. No disrespect to any good people named Dennis out there. I'm just saying,
Unless you're a menace, then fuck you.
Haha.
And fuck you. If you're Dennis the Menace, go fuck yourself. Your show sucks.
Haha.
and your comic's not that.
Fuck. Damn. Coming for the jugular on that shit. No, you're right. Just continue. Really. Continue.
No, it's just I'm trying to put this in a way that makes sense to not just myself. I don't get it.
I don't either.
I think it's okay that I don't understand it, but I just want to figure out why, more than anything else. Why specifically be
toxic?
A creepy fuck? Yeah. No, that's not even toxic. That's just being fucking creepy.
Yeah, true.
Do you honestly think, as an individual, that a woman is going to go for you? Any woman, guy, whatever, is going to go for you if you say, ooh, I like the way that you dress. What the fuck? Who cares? Shut up.
I like the way you jiggle in that outfit.
My lawyer will be calling?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not cute. It's not funny.
It's fucking gross. It's fucking gross.
You're not being being interesting.
Unless unless you're in a goddamn relationship and you have that side, okay? Because people do have that side. That's fine. All right. As long as
you can be a freak all you want with your significant other.
If it's in private, I could give a fuck. Hell, there are fucking people that will watch that shit in goddamn in public if you put it on OnlyFans or shit. Fucking Pornhub. Don't know. Don't care. Right? People will do that. Fuck me. This is not the forum to do that. It's not. Stop doing it. Get a fucking clue.
And it never should be.
No. You know what the problem is? You touched on it earlier, Nikos. This is fucking remnants of fucking people from the Attitude Era, right? It certainly fucking feels that way when you fucking see comments like that.
That whole era was created
on tits and ass. Just showing tits and ass. Which, don't get me wrong, for adults it was great, but fuck.
And now this is a product that's targeted mainly for children. I mean, that's the reason why they went PG in the first reason, right? And look how that turned out.
Yeah, well, it didn't fucking work. But yeah, it's and then the Daniel Bryan stuff. The Daniel Bryan stuff. I still think that even though it's creepy as fuck, you know, people, they will be dealt with, and they will fucking, they will probably be, they've probably already been reported, right? The fucking Daniel Bryan shit was egregious, because there's no way to defend yourself for that. Like, absolutely none. Like, and that's
unless
why
you
Daniel
decide to say, unless you decide to disable all comments, then yeah, you
exactly.
can do that.
That's the only way. And
but you shouldn't have to, because
people
freedom
should
of
just learn
speech.
exactly. People should just be fucking somewhat at least respectful and courteous with the fucking topic. It was an Earth Day photo. And here's another thing I want to cover on that. Daniel Bryan had to then talk positively just to save face. He was trying to, like, it was almost like he was trying to get them to understand. And to that end, I say, Bryan, stop trying. You're not gonna get them. You're not gonna get them to understand. They clearly didn't want to understand to begin with. Fuck them. Seriously, fuck them. Like, I'd rather you denounce this behavior flat out, and just call it outright, and then just move on with your fucking life. I'd rather people denounce this type of shit, as opposed to just putting it on a pedestal. Unless it's for comedic purposes, by the way. Unless it's for comedic purposes like Corporate Kane did, showing how stupid these people are. Other than that...
But it's just fucking gross. Like, how do you sit there and say, alright, I woke up this morning, you know what I gotta be? Sexist asshole.
Oh, or
it's
not
like,
just sexist asshole. Company shill on a comment section on a photo of someone and their little girl.
And here's the thing.
Planting a tree.
Like... And here's the thing with the whole Liv Morgan thing. Isn't, like, the WWE supposed to keep track of what the wrestlers post? And that includes the comments of their photos?
Yep.
You fucking actually think that they do that? Come on. They only do that when it comes to something that's considered political, that goes against fucking Vince McMahon's own political agenda.
Come on. And Vince and the worst part is, everything that you saw on Liv Morgan's Instagram, Vince probably thinks.
Hell, I bet you Vince McMahon was one of those commenters.
And listen, I'll sit there and say right now, Liv Morgan is a very, very attractive woman.
Yeah.
I won't fucking deny that factor. But I'm not going to go on her personal fucking social media and start immediately being a fucking pig. Because I think that that's what women like. Women like guys that are assholes. Yeah, my fiance of 6 years would fucking agree with that one.
You give people that actually fucking want something in their fucking life a bad name. This is why I stopped trying with the relationship. By the way, it's just as bad on the fucking women's side too, if you really go deep into that fucking lore. Don't even get me started there.
Bet. Listen. I am a very well known. I don't care which way the weight swings. I will look at a dude and call him fucking attractive. I don't give a shit. I really don't.
Right. But there are fucking guys. There are guys that there are girls that will also comment on other guys' fucking photos as well. That fucking awful shit as well, and it's just fucking gross.
It's just gross. Like, it's just stop doing it.
I think
it's not sexy. It's not interesting. You're not cute. You're being fucking weird, and nobody likes to deal with weirdos.
It's simping. That's all it is at the end of the day. You're just simping for the guy. You're unhappy with your own relationship.
You want to simp so bad, become a fucking simp for some fucking... I don't know, fucking...
Listen, if you want to simp, go on... No, if you want to go simp, go on fucking Reddit, okay?
Right.
Go on a platform where it's like, yeah, you know, that's a very common occurrence that happens on Reddit all the fucking time. You know, nobody is surprised by it whatsoever. Whatever. You know, dudes are going to do what they do.
Now it's just
Reddit.
everywhere. Now it's just everywhere.
Now it's just, oh, you posted a picture of you dressed to go to the beach? I got to see that. It's like, get the fuck out of here, yo.
Dude, like, if you think she's hot, just leave a like on the picture and be done with your day. Like, seriously.
No, because that's... No, James, because that's too hard. We can't.
Like, no! It's fucking less work. Just hit the like button, move on.
Not mentally. No, they gotta go in. They have to. It's in their blood, man. They have to be disgusting.
They gotta dive deep in them waters.
Dude, they're depraved. I'll tell you.
God, no shit.
No.
They're sex depraved. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, you know who also is sex depraved? Me. You don't see me doing this dumb shit. Fuck.
Like, it's one thing to go on a social media page.
Yeah.
And fucking like the image. And write a nice comment. Like, you look great. You look fantastic. That outfit looks awesome on you. That's great. That's positive.
It also depends. It also depends too on the person as well.
When you look at a woman, and by the way, I have said this once, but that is to my current fucking significant other. Right, baby, your bottom is just like your legs are just like Oreos. I want to spread them wide open and eat the fucking cream filled inside.
Aha, good one.
It's like, wait, what? It's like, wait, what?
And then it happened, but that's beside the point.
No, it did, James. It did. I'm making a joke.
Yeah, James.
I don't fucking know. I don't know what you did in private.
If you really want to know, though, it's very obvious that you listen.
Yeah, let's just say that there are some fans that say that about women like fucking Liv Morgan or Alexis Bliss.
Alexis Bliss. Yeah. Fucking every other woman. There's Becky Stans out there, too. Don't even get me started on those. Trust me. Like, I could have gone deeper. I didn't go any deeper because it gets fucking bad.
No, because all you need to see is the surface level. No, because all you have to see is the surface level.
This shit, the point is, all the shit that we just talked about is literally turning people away from being a fan of wrestling in the first place. It's not helping the industry. You are literally hurting the industry. And I think we can all agree with that. Everything that we talked about is hurting the industry. Stop doing it.
And this is every fucking week with this shit.
Every day.
It's crazy. James, do you remember when it was like, you gotta go on Google Images and spend half an hour trying to fucking find the one you're like, ooh, she looks great in that costume. I'm gonna fucking keep this
wish
forever.
We were back in those days. It was less toxic.
And then you immediately realize, it's like, you know what, I actually feel kind of gross that I have this saved. I'm gonna get rid of this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is behavior of when you were children. We're all adults at this point. We should all learn.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You never know on social media. They're very well maybe children commenting that awful shit, which is a fucking slight on the parents.
And if that's the case, where are your parents? Because they fucked up.
They sucked.
And if you are a parent, here's what you do: you look at your waist, you grab your belt, you take that motherfucker off, you say, hey, kiddo, can you come here really quick? And you start a fucking swinging for the goddamn fences till that kid fucking acts his age or her age.
That's apparently, you know what? That's how I had to take a few spankings when I fucked up. I turned out all right.
Well, we've all had to take it at some point or another, and we all turned out okay.
You act like a fucking scumbag, you get your ass beat.
No,
that's what I know.
No, just give a kid an iPod. Or fucking...
Yeah, give the kids an iPod so they can be toxic there.
Dad, I got
It's
iPhone.
a problem. It's not even just a problem with wrestling, too. Like, it's a problem with society, right?
Society.
But it's really fucked up wrestling, like, bad. Any growth that could potentially be had, especially with any wrestling, like for example AEW.
I mean, for all.
Man, like, it could fucking kill a growth. Legitimately, it could kill the growth of an industry. This is how you do it. I've been the advocate of, unless this shit gets rung in somehow, social media is going to be the death of pro wrestling. Seriously. This is what I fear. Because of shit like this.
Is it today? No. Is it tomorrow? No. Is it going to happen? Probably.
That's my point. And it's like...
I like maintaining positivity as much as humanly possible. As much as I can possibly fucking do it. But the issue truly does come in when these motherfuckers make it really hard.
Yeah.
Like, it isn't even about the fact that it's all about, well, you know, we gotta talk about her tits, we gotta talk about her ass, we gotta talk about his dick, we gotta talk about his pecs. It's, can we all collectively get together as a fan base and just not do this shit and not go on somebody's personal fucking Instagram where they're putting pictures up of their family, to, like, please
don't leave WWE. Don't leave WWE.
Push the WWE. We need you in the WWE.
Like, it's not. You're not doing it for fucking any other purpose, but doing it for yourself, and that's fucking selfish, and I hate that shit. That's just selfishness. I hate that more than anything else in the world. When you put yourself ahead of the person that you're looking at and going, I idolize this person. I do. I really believe that they're the best at what they do. And it's like, that's great. That's fantastic. I'm so glad that you believe this. Now fucking stick to your goddamn guns.
They don't.
For fuck's sake.
Nobody does anymore. Are you kidding me?
Stick to your fucking guns. Stop being
that's another
gross
another thing, is that fans are also inconsistent as well, and I think this whole video kind of proved that. And
it's not just fans, there are also the anti-fans, like, for instance, Cornette, that constantly spews shit like this around AEW because, oh, fucking AEW, WWE is superior, and just AEW is just like, they're trying to be like WWE, but they're shit.
Yeah.
They don't have the right stars, they don't have the right people, and the people that are there are just awful, and I hate them, and I wish that they die. Which is ridiculous. And it's childish.
I was doing a stream. I didn't know you were going to be home this early.
I mean, honestly, James, you home, we can release that Cornette video, shortly after that.
Actually, that's how I was going to segue to go into the plugs anyway, because I think we've pretty much proved our point with this. We'll talk more about Cornette when we release that podcast, but
how to be a good, really, really quick though. You know how to be a great wrestling fan? Don't do any of the listed things that we have talked about in this video. It's really fucking simple to not do all this shit. It really is.
Just smile and enjoy the show. If you have a favorite, support him.
If you have criticisms, absolutely you can post them online. But fucking do not expect everybody to share your fucking opinion. Because at the end of the day, it's your fucking opinion.
Opinions are like assholes, and everybody has one. That said,
I don't. I shit out of my belly button.
Okay, hold on 1 second. So yeah, you guys plug your stuff. I'll be taking a break real quick. You guys plug your stuff.
So, yeah, before we go, just say our goodnights. James, we want to thank you for being our special guest for tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this surprising episode of Open Mic Night. We got a couple things that we're going to be sending down the pipeline real soon. Be on the lookout for some content review. And we actually had another episode of Open Mic Night that we began, I think it was recording like a couple months ago, where we were talking about He-Man, and expect to see that real soon. And yeah, the moral of the story, be respectful in your respective fan base, and don't jump the gun of stepping into this toxic level waste of trying to make your opinion heard and just bash people to get behind you, because at the end, your whole argument is defunct. So yeah, don't inherit that Papa Nurgle stench and just be clean. Like, really appreciate the sport, the athletes, and the faded gray line in between. So, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for joining us on this episode of Open Mic Night. Good night.